we're going to target this, seeing if they can get some kind
Yeah,
of
the New York Giants could be better too.
Get the quick little intro going in there. There we go. It should be up now, guys. Sorry about that. Washington, Retro, Justin, Ivy, please flip the other channel. There we go. I was wondering why it wasn't showing me anything. It should be up now, Retro. It should definitely be up now. Well, not even that, just what you hear the players talk about when they talk about Brian Schottenheimer. These players are like talking like they want to run through a wall for this man. There was cool with Mike McCarthy, but he had been there before. They want to get the first one with this guy because he hasn't gotten it. They want, it's a different experience and a different feeling these players are showing us that they are having towards him. Not saying Mike McCarthy was a bad guy or anything, but I think that these guys, yeah.
Him not saying Mike McCarthy was a bad guy or anything, showing us that they are having.
We don't know.
Him
We
not
don't know.
saying
I mean,
Mike
it's just
McCarthy
like, who would
was
have thought
a bad
Dracula
guy
would
or
have took
anything,
the
but
Eagles to the Super Bowl? We don't know. We don't know. I mean, it's just like, who would have thought Dracula? I was like, who the hell is this Super Bowl? Won a Super Bowl. Yeah, he got 2 Super Bowls under his belt. When I say Dracula, I was like, what the hell is this guy? Hate him or love him, yeah, he got 2 Super Bowls under his belt. One win, one loss. I mean, Schottenheimer could do that for us. Maybe hate him or love him, he got him there. So maybe,
yeah, I completely agree.
Schottenheimer could do that for us. Maybe.
Yeah, if nothing else, I'm happy that the Cowboys are trying to make their moves early and get these guys here. If nothing else, I'm happy that the Cowboys are trying to make their moves early now and get these guys here. Actually start doing plays and things like that. On the 14th is when we start OTAs May, but granted they don't actually getting everybody here like that, as opposed to let's bring in people at training camp and getting everybody here, as opposed to at least you're going to get bring in people at training on the same page and hopefully together and hopefully in better shape, because like when we brought in on the same page hopefully together, he hadn't been in any camp, he had brought in OTAs, so he's basically now having to get into football shape. He hadn't been in training camp, it's going to take several weeks, so he's basically now having to make any kind of impact. After training camp, it's going to take several weeks before he can actually make any kind of impact.
You're saying, so wait a minute, so when Dracula came,
I see you got Drew in here.
I mean, wait a minute, you're saying, so wait a minute, so when Dracula came, we didn't say that. New coordinators, brand new problems.
They do. It does take time to
Mark
get
has a new rule, new coaches, new coordinators, brand new problems.
I agree with that 100%. It does take time. The sooner you can get everybody here, getting to know each other, I agree with that 100%. The sooner you can get everybody here, and there is still a lot of experience of guys that have been here. To me, that's going to be more valuable.
I mean, Jim Harbaugh took the 49ers to the Super Bowl his first year as head
here with the Cowboys.
I mean, Jim Harbaugh took the 49ers to the Super Bowl his first year as a head coach. People forget that.
True on that.
And he did coach at Stanford, but he did when he got to the NFL. That first year, he took the 49ers. And he did coach at Stanford, but he did when he got to the NFL. That first year, he took the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
I'm sitting here listening to Colin Cowherd, who thinks it'll be less than 8 games. I'm sitting here listening to Colin Cowherd. I don't see how we're as bad as we were this past year if we stay at least a little bit healthy. I don't see how we're as bad as we were this past year if we stay at least a little bit healthy.
Just a whole bunch of talk, I don't listen to what they say about when we just a whole bunch of talk. When we do win more than their games or whatever, that mean like when we they never say what they say. Win more than their games or whatever, they pretend like they never say what they say.
So high.
Somebody said I've got an echo.
Time to get high. So high.
Somebody said I've got an echo. Takes care of the echo for y'all.
So how's things? What, Thomas, in Tennessee, did you guys get a lot of floods?
Oh man!
So how's things?
Take care of the echo,
in Tennessee, did you guys get a lot of floods? I thought we got hit bad.
Oh man! Between
take care of the echo,
yesterday,
I was like,
man,
I thought we got hit bad.
Man, between Thursday and yesterday, Don't even talk about it, man. We had floods, tornadoes. You name it, it happened. Don't even talk about it, man.
Yeah, we had a tornado here. It was
floods, tornadoes.
Fortunately, it didn't hit us.
Name it, it happened.
Scared the crap out of me. Yeah, we had a tornado here. Go downstairs. I was sound asleep. Fortunately, it didn't hit us, but my next day crap out woke me up at midnight. I didn't know. Go downstairs. I was sound asleep.
The tornado.
My next day
the tornado horn here went off twice, man. The tornado,
George,
the tornado horn here.
You just go
on lady friend of mine who I was talking to, Thursday.
My channel, and then go to
lady friend of mine who I was talking to,
go to the one that has a picture of Joe Milton and
the
Mike
place where she lived. She lived. It was sad because the place where she lived, a little boy, he had. And it was sad because people in her area where she lived, they've been raising hell about it. And people, they want to know what in the hell where she lived. They've been raising hell about open the next day. They want to know what in the hell was schools then opened the next tornadoes, day. Two bad tornadoes that hit because the area where she. Two tornadoes, two bad tornadoes. That next morning, where she,
I saw that. I saw that you said that. And appreciate everybody.
The one that hit that morning.
Welcome in.
For him, the kids must stop. He had to go over this. The one that jump over this.
Yes, ma'am.
For him, to the bus stop, he had to go over this. This little water trail. Jump over this.
Right place now.
That moved into another. I think this little water trail. He tried to jump over it. Moved into. I think it made into a lake or whatever. He tried to jump over him. He killed him. He let the water. He killed him. Pulled him out.
Yeah. Well, that's headed our way. We're supposed to be getting a lot of rain tonight and tomorrow. Yeah. Well, that's headed our way. We're supposed to be getting a lot of rain tonight. And email said if Dallas drafts a quarterback, that wouldn't make sense. Your running game needs depth. Amen on that. Email said if Dallas drafts a quarterback, that wouldn't make sense. Your running game to me have created a lot of depth and guys. I've been sitting here thinking, the Cowboys to me really wows you, but it's not always just superstars. They have to. That win you a Super Bowl. Nobody really wows you, but it's not always just superstars. We have to get more weapons on the offense. Win you a Super Bowl. Without a doubt, we have got to get. I think a really good running back to get more weapons on the offense. Without a doubt, we have got to get and a really.
We can trade back, get a running back, wide receiver, and get another pick in the top 100. I'm all for that.
Yes, sir. Welcome in, George. Welcome in, Jace. Welcome. This is where you need to be. Make sure you got your notifications turned on for this channel so that you guys know every time we go live.
We've had a good running back and a dominant defense. Oh my gosh. Actually, think about it. We've always had triplets. You could go through Roger Staubach, Pearson, and Tony Dorsett. Yeah. And we haven't really, the misnomer everybody always says, well, you've had great players and stuff. You had Zeke. Zeke was great his first year. His second year, he was suspended 6 games. His third year was pretty good. But after that, Zeke started going downhill. In the 2020s, Zeke was never more than a 1,000-yard guy.
No, yeah.
Everybody always kept saying, we got Zeke, and Zeke's eating. Zeke has not been eating and doing a lot of stuff for quite a while.
No, what I've always said is Zeke was good for his first 4 years and then fell off.
Yes, and then after that, it was downhill. His yards per game constantly went down every single year of his career. And we've had good receivers, but with the exception of when CD
What's up, Corey? What it do? I appreciate you, my boy. If you are on this channel, please go to my other stream in my channel. So click my channel link and then just go to the other stream. That's where we're live and you'll get the full aspect of the content. That's where everybody else is.
The same Atlanta Falcons team was up 28 to how much on the Patriots?
They were up by 25. It was 28-3.
The Cowboys that season absolutely destroyed them. You can't. No secondary. Aaron Rodgers put our secondary up there. No, I'm not trying to. No, I'm not gonna put 26 on Dak. I mean, I just think Aaron Rodgers is like lightning in a bottle. He got that crazy throw, and we got beat. But I do think that team was equipped enough to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We lost that same thing was up. That same team that was up 28-3 on the Patriots. We put our foot in their ass. Okay, well, we lost that playoff on that last drive. We lost that playoff game really in the first half when they called that BS 12 men in the huddle. Yeah, I mean, you can't say the Cowboys weren't equipped that year. They were 13-3 in that home field advantage. I mean, that means you're kicking everyone's ass. That's what that means.
Yeah, well, the defense did.
Yeah.
And we fought a record for all right. We still be that as it may, though. So be that as it may, though. Remember,
when you look at this, tell me what year that you had great tight end play.
Jason Witten.
Even Jason Witten towards the end of it, we're talking about Jason Witten. 2016 was still not the Jason Witten of before.
I remember the Jason Witten that played against the Eagles and ran down the field without his helmet. That's the Witten I liked.
Yeah.
That was in the 2000s. But that was a long time ago.
Long time ago.
You mean the same Jason Witten that caught that overtime catch against the Eagles in 2016 to beat them? He may not have been able to run down the field. Jason Witten may not be able to run down the field. That dude can catch the damn ball. I don't give a damn. He's always open. He's always open, Wade.
Yeah, he know how to use his leverage to get himself open.
That's what everyone was bitching about Jason Witten is because he didn't have no getaway speed. He just couldn't run. No, he doesn't have good hands. He was a possession tight end. He was just a security blanket for Romo.
Yeah.
I got the honor to watch him play in college and pro. Wow. We've been trying to replace Witten for years, and Ferguson's not bad. I like Ferguson.
Mike and Tracy in 2008.
I just think given opportunities, he can be good. I mean, yeah, last year he had some injuries, but I think he'll bounce back. I'm not really concerned about tight end. I'm concerned about getting our running game reestablished and, like Mark said, getting the number 2 receiver.
The thing is,
hey, if you guys are watching this stream, you can please go over to my channel and click on the other live stream that has Joe Milton and Micah Parsons in it. You'll get my actual stream. This is a transition stream where I'm just trying to get people to go to the right one. Because people have been missing out on my stream. So Malachi, Corey, if you go onto my page and you click the other channel with Joe Milton and Michael Parsons, you'll find me.
Look at the tight ends.
Sorry, guys. Always got to do that transition and get everybody over here.
When you talk about the Zach Ertz, when you talk about the Dallas Goederts, when you look at teams that are really good on the offense, they all have a great tight end and great tight end play.
Yeah, and this year's draft is loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Loaded with talent.
DTs, wide receivers, running backs, corners.
Because remember how, as good as what we had with Troy Aikman, you had Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, you had, the Great Wall of Dallas, you had
Novacek.
Well, you had Novacek as a security blanket, and he was known as the relief valve. When shit's breaking down, we got to go to Jay Novacek. When you think about all those other pieces, you wouldn't think that you would.
Not much, Malachi. Hey, Malachi, go onto my channel
have a need for a security valve
and click the other live stream.
That's
where we are.
He relied on that guy.
Please go to my live stream and click the other channel.
So you got to look at all of these pieces. And I see that shit-eating.
You'll get the full view of what we got going on. So just make sure you go onto my channel and click the proper live stream. This is the transition live stream where I'm trying to get everybody to realize where we really are.
As much as I hate the Eagles, and I'm trying not to cuss and get upset anymore, I'm not going to let the Drews of the world get me up here cussing for my father.
Yeah.
Trying to be more like him. When you only have one thing to rely on, it's easier to stop that. And see, the Eagles, God bless them, very rarely did they have to say, Jalen Hurts, go out there and win me a game. Right. Okay? Because they were so good all the way around. And when the Kansas City said, we're going to stop Saquon, and they had to try and stop Saquon. It wasn't like, we just stopped Saquon and didn't do anything different. They had a game plan to stop him. Jalen Hurts stepped up with the weapons that he had, and he was able to, destroy him.
Yeah.
And I have to say, that's a great formula. It's not every week that Jalen Hurts is going to throw the ball 40 times. In fact, I dare say that offense that you guys had was as close to a 70s offense. because back in the 70s, this is what's crazy. If you look at the number of passes per game average per team, the average right now is about 35 passes a game. Back in the 70s, it was 19 and a half passes per game average. Yeah. The Eagles averaged 21. So you were looking at what you typically see more like in the 70s and early 80s. You didn't pass the ball like you do now.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to because you had a hell of a running back to do it. Like, I think that if it was.
What up, Casey? Hey, Casey, if you go on to my channel and you click the other live stream that has Micah Parsons and Joe Milton on it, you'll get the full live stream. So you need to go over there, and then we'll be live on my channel.
Because then that means you had to.
We got 2 live streams going, and this is the alternate one.
And then that also came after the same thing too about when Emmitt Smith rushed for 100 yards, we won like 80% of the time. When we did below 500, I mean there is contrary to the belief that you don't need running backs and things. That's kind of been proven wrong. That you do need to have that running game, or at least a semblance of it.
And mind you, that came after the O-line collectively went to the head coach and told him, "This is what we want to do." You know, so kudos to Dracula for even listening to him.
Yeah,
you got to give him credit for that too. He listened to his O-line.
Yeah.
So hey, how you doing there, Mark? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good over here.
I'm all right. Yeah.
No complaint.
The circle jerk Eagles here.
Hey man, I love it. Y'all have to do it again at the end of the next season too, because we're gonna win the Super Bowl. But hey, you guys got you a game. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen.
Boy, oh boy.
Be careful now.
I realized something because.
What do you need?
Here's an interesting stat for you, okay? Because you guys always say, that you guys can break, the norms of it. I was thinking that it was 4 Super Bowl teams that have come from the NFC East that failed to win the division the next year. But it was actually 5. Because, in the last 20 years. You guys played the Super Bowl 2005 and didn't repeat as division champions the next year.
I'm sorry. You're talking about after this.
So we got 2 Super Bowl wins by the Giants. They did not win the division the next year. You had 2 losses and a win and did not win. Now we'll see what happens this year, but that's what you're actually looking at. You've had 5 Super Bowl teams in our division in the last 20 years, and none of them won the division the next year. Kind of crazy to think about it.
It is. I don't think that'll be the case this year. I mean, we're
y'all said that 2 years ago that we're winning the division again, and here it was. It didn't.
You're talking about after we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well.
We're going to get back to the Super Bowl that year.
But and I'm gonna maintain this, Mark, because I've been saying this. We're still not far out enough to find out or to know what happened last year. Like we don't know. We all. I think we talked about this before.
How much more? How long is this investigation? You're talking about 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. Y'all had to fall out at the end of the year. Who is on this case? Who is the detective?
Derek. No, Derek.
He taking for long.
Wait, no. We talked about this. What we all talked about. I said whatever happened, the way that went down, it wasn't like there was a major injury. It wasn't like there was something catastrophic, something that happened within that locker room that we
was good. If you guys are over here on this live stream, make sure that you go back to my channel and click on the other live stream. That's where we will be live full time, and you can see what we're talking about. You won't just get to hear it.
Coordinator for the Chargers now, and the quarterback coach for the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? That's where those guys went, and a few other people. So we still are not far enough out, and sometimes when I see people bring it up,
They don't talk about it just yet. Too many people still in the building, I think.
We'll put it in the dirty one.
Whatever the hell it was, it mattered. It obviously doesn't matter if y'all win the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter.
Was good, Mike. Hey, man, that's thank you to Crystal Richmond. Crystal Richmond gifted you that, and that is a big ups to her. Shout out to her. But if you go back to my channel and you click the other live stream, you will get to watch the content that you're hearing me be part of in the background. So go to my channel and click on the other live stream that has Joe Milton and Micah Parsons on it, and that's where you'll find everybody else, and that's where you'll find that we are putting the content out. What up, Malachi? Hey, you need to do the same thing. You need to go to my channel and click on the other live stream so you guys will see this. This is what you're hearing. It's a podcast that I'm on that if you go onto my channel and click the other live stream that has Joe Milton and Micah Parsons on the picture, you will find me.
We'll break the curse.
I will. I definitely will. I'll pin it in case she drops in.
We'll be right along.
Right,
Anybody else have a comment? Anything?
Dog?
Yes, the Eagles are
out of the dog cage. I see your shirt.
How much you willing to bet?
All right, sorry guys. Sorry. What it do? What it do? What it do?
Oh my God.
So how much you willing to bet, Leo? I bet you $1,000 they don't win back-to-back Super Bowls.
Hey, my day is good, Malachi. Malachi, I need you to go onto my channel, the YouTube channel. Go open the channel from here and click on the other live stream.
Gotta put $1,000.
That's where we'll be. That's where we're at. Yes, sir. It's because you guys. You got to get your notifications turned on, Malachi. You got to get those notifications turned on. That's why I'm doing this live stream. It's a transition to get people to realize that we've been live this whole time, and you guys just ain't been able to see it. So go. There's Mike. Shout out to Mike. Welcome over there. Now, Malachi, if you go into my channel, you click the live stream that says Joe Milton and Micah Parsons on the thumbnail. That's where we are. All right, now I need to get into what we're doing.
And he had a sign that says, "This is what happens when you say the Commanders won't win but 4 games."
4 games is crazy. 4 games. I saw that.
4 games is wild. That is wild.
I saw that. 4 games is crazy.
Yeah. And Leo, my chat's telling you also you're not getting back-to-back Super Bowls.
I'll take that bet that the Jets now will win more games. Maybe I do think the Eagles got a good chance to maybe win the division. I do think that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think if it's the Eagles or the Cowboys.
$1,000 plus a credit card.
He said plus a credit card.
Plus a credit card.
That's a $500 limit.
When you need $1,000, just take the credit card.
Right.
That's why I wanted to make sure I was clear as to what was being said, because I think Thomas said the credit card, right?
The credit card only got a $500 limit though.
Unless it might be one of those that just start the credit over where you get deposit $200.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Too many factors. Winning back-to-back Super Bowls is very hard to do.
That is correct.
It is super hard.
That is correct. But here's the thing. I've already put myself out there. Remember, Mark? I put it like Mark.
Hey, what up, birds? What it do?
At this point, he did a 28 Super Bowl. I mean, let's be for real. No, remember, Walker? I did it.
Let's just enjoy. Yes, you're right.
Still, are you on two different items, Malachi? Because if not, you're still in the same channel. You got it. I mean, still in the same live stream. I don't see you in the other live stream yet. You got to click the one that has a picture of just Micah Parsons and Joe Milton. 2 players, not 4 players, but the picture that has 2 players.
You might need to actually thank me. Because it might be that I jinxed myself.
Hey,
because of
I think it's either the Cowboys or the Eagles that are going to win it. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Now you got to do 2. Now you got to get 2 rubber chickens now.
Yep. Going through and saying, "Here's the Eagles ring." I'm not doing. all that.
Give it to him.
All those enchantments you were doing. Would you agree it's harder to rebuild a team in the NFL compared to other sports leagues? I don't know that it's any harder. You got to have the right people, regardless of what league it is, that have a vision, and that you got to have some luck too, because you can go through.
I hear you, Mike. Too bad Noah ain't in here. He would be advocating with you for the Lions. I think the Lions have a good chance. I think there's big question marks based on them losing both their coordinators. I think there's going to be a learning curve, and that might be hard to overcome. Now, I may be absolutely wrong, and they may overcome it just fine. There you go, Malachi. You got it. You got it now. That's the one to be on, brother.
And it's real easy to miss.
Jalen, of course, obviously appreciate you, my brother. And obviously, I don't own the rights to this content, even though my imagery is in it as well. This is Mark Holmes' channel, so if you do end up liking it, you want to see this video itself in its entirety, go check out Mark Holmes. There's a couple other streamers in here. I don't know their links. I know Royal Cowboy, just like me, Royal Cowboy. No, man, that was bait. That was bait for the media programs to talk about. That's all that was. Keep the Cowboys in mainstream media. That's all it was. Just bait for the mainstream media.
With Milton, oh my God,
he was a cheaper option. That's why they did that.
Mark, I don't think no one thinks he's going to dethrone Dak, but I will say, I do.
Really?
I do. I will say, I do hope he is the next Joe Montana. I will say that.
Or better yet, Steve Young, because Steve Young started out at Tampa Bay and looked like a bust.
Or Stevie Young. I do hope he's the next Stevie Young. I mean, one can only wish.
Yes, you could. And if he becomes that, I'm happy that they made that move. Because then that would be that the Cowboys hadn't spent a #1 pick on a quarterback. They could use those picks elsewhere. But, I'm not counting on that. I love how a guy who was drafted in the 6th round, who New England basically said, nah, he doesn't fit what we do. We can let him go for chump change. That now all of a sudden he is the great Cowboys hope.
Well, I don't
know. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You didn't. Mike, you absolutely right. You guys didn't lose Dan Campbell, but it's still a big impact when you lose both your coordinators. I'm not saying they can't overcome it. I'm just saying that I have question marks, and we'll see when the season kicks off on what they'll actually look like. They may look exactly the same. They may. Hey, I'm not saying they won't. I'm not saying that they will either. I'm saying we don't know yet, so we just have to wait and see. Hopefully, for the NFL's sake, they are as good as they were last year without the injuries. What up, Goat? Hey, Goat, you gotta go on the channel and click the other live.
Yeah. That's the guy whose word I'm going off of. So you never know. I mean, hey, look, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he's a wash. I hope all your moves end up being busts. I really do.
He can be a good backup if Dak gets hurt. He can do more than Cooper Rush.
Oh, he's definitely better than Cooper Rush.
I honestly don't think that, I don't think I see the activity that, the Dallas Cowboys have done this offseason, this particular offseason. It's a lot more than what I'm accustomed to seeing in the last few years. Now, will that translate into quality, moves or whatever?
We don't know.
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
They took a lot of first round failures, Leo, and they're trying to coach them up.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. Because
it's activity.
It's better than the old guys that need to retire that we're used to taking. We got young guys that we might be able to get in a different system and get to work.
That it's like, okay, let me see if I can get paid as I'm going out the door.
Exactly.
Me and Don Terry Pose and Gerald McCoy, they got a lot of wear on their tires.
There you go, Goat. We got you. We got you, my brother. That's where you need to be. That's the place to be.
Contract again in their NFL.
If I didn't say it, I see you, Malachi. Welcome.
You have guys that maybe had potential, and for whatever reason haven't performed as well as you would like.
Well, I mean, that's why, you know, like we talked about having a healthy mix of, you know, rookies who are contributors on players who are contributors on their rookie contract, along with some serviceable veterans that don't have to handle the whole role. You know, remember, you know, the year we brought in Linval Joseph and Dominican Sue, that's when we went to the Super Bowl and lost. You know, we had that guy.
We brought in Linval Joseph last year.
And for those that are tuning in that haven't tuned into this Sunday weekly podcast, this is the NFC East Talk podcast with Mark Holmes that I join in as a member. So if you do like the content, go make sure that you subscribe to Mark as well.
That we were in as the Super Bowl tax. You know, we got taxed heavily. Yeah, the last time we went to the Super Bowl. You know,
this is the first time that you guys are losing a lot more than what you're bringing in.
Yeah.
They did get a couple pickups that I just recently saw.
Yeah. But the good news is that we're not devoid of talent either.
Hey, Stephen R, bro. Not today. Not today, bro. Stephen R, bro, not today. We're a week after me losing.
Yo, what up, Terrence? What it do?
Instead of spamming.
What is good? What is good with you?
Okay. Just do that one for me. Alright?
That did look like you lost.
No, you good, go. Hey, do what you gotta do, brother. Do what you gotta do. Hey, and I honestly, Mike, I think that we're in the process of that right now. I think Stephen Jones is starting to take the reins, including now having the co-owner title that he never had before until this offseason. So I think that that's in the process at this moment as we speak, which is why we've seen a different process to this offseason. It hasn't been what everybody's hoped it to be, but it's been different for sure.
For him to start to continue to rehab it and really get in shape. And
what is the status of that? I mean, because like remember he was just in a walking pool before he got on a boat, right? Or was that last year?
That was last year. Yeah, last year before training camp.
So what's the status? What's the status now? I mean, is it still?
Oh, he's throwing football right now, and he was running his Dallas days yesterday.
Dak's in the gym looking slim.
So he's actually running and throwing the football and looking pretty good right now.
Definitely.
That, of course, is different than playing a full game. And I'm not suggesting that he's ready to play a full game. But what I am saying is he's got
what up, Miss Pittsburgh? What it do? What it do?
And that's a lot of time to get that leg even, in better shape.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Don't hit the hamstring off the bone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well,
in some regards, that's better than having like a complete knee destroyed.
Yeah.
Because the muscle, what happens is, it's
hey, hopefully everybody's been having a good week, having a good Sunday as well.
They drill a couple holes into
Thank you guys for tuning in. Without y'all, there is no show, so I appreciate you guys.
And basically, they stitch the hamstring back into that hole so it grows back. It's not like the muscle itself.
And you guys can hear the audio just fine?
It ends up being a little bit tighter sometimes. You've got to give that extra stretching stuff on there, but the recoveries on that is actually pretty good.
Drew just asked me to remind you that our owner is talking about winning another championship. Your owner is writing agents. Are you talking to somebody who cares?
Talk is cheap.
Players that you guys lost. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Here's the thing. Even though we lost a lot of those players, we are not devoid of talent.
Oh, I never said that.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Keely Ringo brings to the table. Sidney Brown is back. It's not like he was a slouch or anything like that.
T-Mac in the house. What it do, brother? I goats, man. I'll see you later, brother. Have a blessed day.
Most people didn't even realize, didn't get to learn his name until the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, what we have.
Anybody else who'd like to talk besides Leo? Anybody?
Man, so what are we gonna do at 12? What are we gonna do at 12? What do you guys want to do? What do you guys think we're gonna do at 12?
Running back, Hall of Famer.
Running back? I wouldn't mind running back, but I think it's a running back. I think you can get a running back late.
The core of our team is still intact. Yeah, that's what we have.
It depends. If Genty is there, I'd say go for him. But if not, let's go with a wide receiver if we can get a running back.
But let me ask you this. This is a Cowboys related question. Okay. Do you guys think it's better that the entire team go through this whole change together? With the new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, or would you have preferred it to be just the rookies who are learning for the first time?
I think the Cowboys did need a change. And here's where typically when the Cowboys get rid of a head coach, they end up like you got rid of Wade, you promoted Jason Garrett, who was there.
What's good, Kid Cowboy? Hey, go on my channel and click on the other stream, Kid Cowboy. You're in the alternate one that I'm trying to help transition people to the main one.
You lost Dan Quinn, and what you do? Oh, let's go back and get Mike Zimmer. You kept holding on to the same offensive philosophy that you had back during the 90s. And you kept with the same coaches and so on. This is the first time that you actually got the only person who came from the system was Brian Schottenheimer. And I believe, it seems to me that they are giving much more latitude to him to pick his coaches and are working with him to be successful, as opposed to Mike. Hey, welcome. You're the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator.
Hey, stop.
Mike McCarthy, you and Zimmer, you stay back in Dallas and work on game plans for next year. So you didn't have cohesion with the scouting department and the coaching staff. How are you going to have a coach not there as part of the combine?
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Last year, that should have told us that,
he's on the way out.
That should know that, it was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I want my coaches and my scouts all at the dang combine. I want them talking and relaying as much information as possible and trying to learn and get on the same page with each other. And that's what we had this year, and I liked seeing that. That was a good change. It's better than seeing the Jones there.
Yeah. I mean, again, there's no guarantee that anybody is going to be successful. But
Now, do you like your coaching staff that was put together? I mean, not just the defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, but the guys that serve under them.
It's grown on me. After listening to their interviews, it's kind of grown on me for sure. I wasn't satisfied in the beginning, but it has grown on me.
Same. I guess we'll see, because I just think, some of these coaches haven't had the opportunity. Brian Schottenheimer, it's his first time, so it's all we'll see, I think, basis. I hope they go. I hope they go with a playmaker at 12, like Boyle was saying. If they don't go running back, they need to go wide receiver.
Yeah, it needs. Yeah. Or trade back to like the 20 or 18, and then you could possibly take Omari and Hampton at a better value. Because I like Omari and Hampton, it's just hard to pick him at 12 because we know Genty's going to be gone.
I mean, we didn't expect CeeDee Lamb to still be there.
You're right.
Yeah, he fell to us.
You're right. But honestly, everybody's pointing towards Ted McMillan. I was saying at the beginning of the offseason that I thought it was going to be Luther Burden, and now I'm starting to hear whispers and talks about Luther Burden over even Tet because he's more of an all-around receiver than Tet is.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
What up, Brian? What it do, game time?
I just wanted to hop in. Yes. How are you? I just wanted to hop in off of what he's saying here, the Royal Ryals. I think Dallas is doing about as good a job as I can remember as keeping people guessing.
Yes. Yes.
Really, as a guy who's trying to sit back and say, well, what are they? I was talking to a few people earlier, and I was like, well, what are they really I mean, like, what are they going to do? They could go any number of ways.
For sure. They could surprise us and take Will Johnson if he's he might be there, or a D tackle.
And I'm not here to crap on anybody, but yeah, they could go on anyway.
You can crap on the Eagles.
I could. But yeah, so I don't know. That's a good sign for the Cowboys that, listen, if there's no way it's going to happen at this point, the Raiders have come out and said that Shenty is going to be the pick of, in the first round. So if that's the case,
well, wait a minute. Did you say about this? The Raiders releasing quarterback Jack Jones.
Yeah, so Law Nation was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, there's $3 million guaranteed on the contract. So
that might not be a bad move to replace Jordan Lewis.
Honestly,
I mean, he's been a bit of a.
Oh no! Did you see this dude?
How can I change you if I ain't know?
The cornerback you talking about?
Yeah.
Did you see? He got a hell of a rep sheet.
Will Johnson?
Rep sheeted.
No.
Well, Cowboys
yeah.
believe in second
Sounds like a Dallas special to me. Sounds like the Dallas special.
But anyway, yeah. So I think we're in a good spot as far as.
I think we're 100%.
It's going to surprise people. I think this pick is going to surprise a lot of people. There's not really a
What up, Nathan? What to do? Yeah, I honestly think that we're actually in position to be able to pick best player available. And in most years, you'd be like, I'm worried about who the Cowboys have for best player available. But with the depth at this draft, it's almost hard to mess up if you take best player available at 12.
Again, just remember, the draft is not the end-all, be-all. We all love the draft. Yeah. But if you're looking for the draft to be the savior, you're in trouble.
No, and that's what...
It's over before it started, Sorry, but that's how it is. Again, what's the old line? I don't see Vinny in the chat, but Dallas drafts to replace. Dallas doesn't draft to make better. I don't know.
It was Law Nation quoting him.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
We never drafted.
That's a very true statement. Yeah.
Let me say, shout out to Holly Pierce for the super chat. Loser has to wear an interactive chicken suit.
Yes, sir, Nathan. Yeah, I'm on the podcast stream with him for the NFC East. And I usually go on Wednesdays, and then I do my live stream. This is the first time I've been able to bring it in for you guys to be able to see it as well. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Make sure you guys do click the notification bell. That way you get notified when I go live, because a lot of people on my YouTube channel haven't been getting notified and have been missing out on my lives because of the way I updated my channel to how I stream is different. So now when I stream, I use a platform that then shares me on YouTube, but other networks as well. So you got to be notified. Make sure you hit that bell so you know when I'm live. I just started doing these transition lives because I found out that I was missing a ton of my community that I haven't seen, but they'll pop in when I go live straight from YouTube. So I'm trying to transition people over so that they notice and get notified when I go live with this way. Because it's the better way. It's where I can bring better content.
Relying on Zeke Elliott, right?
Yeah.
A lot of mistakes were made.
Rushing a game.
This is what I was saying, Leo. Mistakes were made before one down of football was played last year.
Right.
So things are positive, everybody. It's great and all, but we are still not trying to rain on anybody's parade. You need to come out with 3 starters in the draft.
Yep.
Just to hopefully be able to be in some sort of contention.
Would it be fair to say that you start off in the it's like your recovery mode from all of that, and then the game time.
Last year,
those 3,
here's the deal. So, in my opinion, there's a lot of pressure on this team from guys who didn't play last year, like Dak. There's a lot of pressure on Dak to come in and not only play physically, but play well.
Well, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that, brother. Much appreciation. I love my community, so I try to make the best content I can for you guys. I just want to make sure that you guys can get over here to actually see it.
To not only play, but to play well. That's a lot of things that you need to have happen. That's all. And I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. It can happen. It can. But,
Oh yeah, my gates are still up. I ain't drinking the Kool-Aid.
Even regardless, you guys have actually.
What's going on? I'm not sure why you blocked him on Royal, but there's no need to delete him.
I will say this: you guys are on the roll to on that recovery roll. You know, from
we'll see, man. You know.
What up, Archer? Yeah, I remember seeing your name. Hey, if you do me a favor, if you go back into my channel and you click on the other live stream, you'll have a better version of this same content where you can see what you're listening to here.
A lot of extra base sets. You know what I'm saying? You know.
You know what I'm doing, Gator? I'm using the experience of having gone through getting rid of Carson.
But the good thing is we have a guy who's 13-8 within the division, and when you can win your division games, that gives you an opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God, here we go with Jackson. I'm just saying his record in the division is good, so that gives you a shot. If you don't choke up the games that you don't, you know what I mean? We'll see. The schedule has to come out. We know the opponent.
Mind you, here's what I'll throw into the mix here. After Jalen Hurts averaging 21 passes a game and 18 TDs for the season, the year before Dak Prescott had 36, double what Jalen Hurts had to do. And if the Cowboys can get a running game, and if Tyler Guyton isn't just as bad as he was, although I wouldn't be surprised if they take Tyler Smith and make him the left tackle. Would anybody else be surprised if that happened?
They have options.
No, because that Pittsburgh game, when Tyler Smith was left tackle, they played awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I didn't have Tyler Guyton out there, but Tyler Guyton has been putting in a lot of stuff. But he is truly the weakest link on the Cowboys' offensive line.
The good thing is, Mark,
what's that?
Is nobody's expecting, as you see, we're getting no respect from anybody. So that's a good thing. You know, well, I mean, it's not like, everybody likes beating Dallas, so that's one thing, but it's not like we're coming in with eye on our chest. Yeah. We can't, you know, nobody's giving us any, I mean, you know.
I like that we're coming in as the underdog now. I like it that people are doubting us.
Because, you know what? I like it from this perspective. I like it from the perspective of Jerry.
What up, Pixar? What it do? What it do? Hey, no, you good, brother, man. Hey, go in my channel and click on the other live stream. That's where you're going to get the best version of this content. Sorry, I know my mainline stream is... See, that's where you'll see what we're listening to. You'll actually get to see it. So, go on the channel and click on the other live stream.
No pun intended.
And you'll see a better version of this content.
I think the Cowboys fans probably owe us a solid. Did y'all solid by giving Jerry the business when he came in? You know, like when he was yelling at him.
I don't even think he knew
what up, Dylan? What it do? What it do? Hey, go in the channel itself, guys. Go in my channel itself and click on the other live stream persons and Joe Milton. That's the main version of this stream. You'll get to hear what you'll get to see what you're hearing. So make sure you go in the other live stream. If there's Pixar, yes, got you there. So yeah, Dylan, go back on my channel and click onto the other live stream, and you'll have a better version of this.
The problem was though with the Cowboys.
You gotta feel a little embarrassed, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you get high on your own supply. And for the Cowboys, some of the shit that they've done over the last few years, and yet they somehow were 12-5. They thought, man, we know what we're doing. We can get rid of Amari Cooper. We can let go Lyle Collins and everything else. We can go ahead and get guys and find guys like Kayvon Turpin, and we're up here winning 12 games. How many times have you heard Stephen Jones before this past season say, we're right there in production with the Kansas City Chiefs. Nobody else has won as many, regular season games as our have.
I don't know. That's. But hey, go on my channel, Mr. Beast, and click on the other live stream so that you're in the right one.
We'll let everybody go, and we'll be okay. Because
this one is just for transitioning people over to that stream.
Undrafted rookie free agents, and we'll still win, 10, 12 games and still be good. And got big slot with Ryals. Bobby, that came on the phone. But what
mind you, That's after back to back to back. Yeah, and then and then
I'm on multiple cameras and phones.
You know what I'm saying?
So I've got a computer, a phone, and then I've got another phone that I'm on a podcast call with Mark Holmes. Go. Yes, sir. Don't be mean. Dylan, make them tap that screen.
It's taking you guys a lot longer to come back. Now, this year, what I do see is that I see the fan base a lot more invested, a lot sooner.
Because we're getting to see them actually make moves.
I know.
It's because our team's doing things.
Last year because we've actually moved, but everybody is still like they're not believing it.
No.
They're watching.
Yeah. What?
David Wiley, what up, brother?
What I've been telling my channel is, hey, I'm watching them make that Kool-Aid, and that Kool-Aid looks kind of good, but I'm not ready to drink that Kool-Aid yet. But I can see them making the Kool-Aid, and it looks good, but I ain't drinking it to see if it tastes good yet.
Here's the deal,
Get 215, bro. I did not compare the Cowboys to the team.
What up, Trout Fishing? What it do, brother? Hey, if you like this, go on the other channel. Go back to my channel and go on the other stream. That's where the content is actually at. This is a transition channel to get people to see and realize where we are. But yeah, if you go on the other stream in my channel, you'll see the full version of the content, guys. It's the other stream that has Micah Parsons and Joe Milton on the cover.
They are talking less, right? They are talking less, and even when they're talking, they're kind of lying to you. And Jerry's like, we're not going to do much. And the next thing you know, they've had it. Regardless of what you think or anybody thinks.
You have to listen to Stephen Jones.
Yeah, I know.
You don't like him? You don't want to hear what he has to say?
You know I don't like him.
He doesn't lie to us. He doesn't lie to us, though.
We're not done. We're going to be making some more trades. And damn if they didn't trade for Joe Milton 2 days later.
Steven has never been one to lie to us. His dad has kind of wamboozled us a few times, but Steven has never really lied to us. Everything he said, they do. I don't like him either, but
in my opinion, here's Steven's problem. That's Capital. Stephen Jones' problem is he's not real good for business because Jerry, the one thing he does is good for business, right, Mark?
Yes.
Jerry can sell an Eskimo ice cream, ice, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Steven, to a detriment, will just be blatantly honest and be bland as rice, not in it.
I get that.
This is actually being run like a team. Most teams.
That's what I was about to get into that.
Roster that are going to help us win. And you have to actually look at this and say, from the time we heard him say, the Super Bowl.
What up, Trout? What it do, brother? Welcome in, my boy. Make sure everybody that's in here hits that notification bell so that you know when I go live, because if not, you'll miss this version of the stream and you'll only get the transition version. What up, God is good? Hey, brother. Hey, go click the other channel. Go into my channel and click the other stream. That's where the content is. This is a transition stream, so that I can get people to realize where I'm at so that they can find me.
They break it down. I mean, Eric Hendricks did not play like a $4.5 million player.
No.
He played like a $12 million player. And Leo, that happened time and time again. But at the end of the day, you only won 7 games. All right, I'm leaning on.
Yo, Van, what it do, brother? Hey, click my channel and go to the live stream with just Joe Milton and Micah Parsons. That's the live stream you guys need to be in. That's where you'll get the best version of this content. This is just a transition stream to help people get to where they need to be.
Well, Eric Hendricks was the one signing.
What up?
That was no quality. Yeah. Well, but I'm talking about. Remember, Mark, when we were talking about activity, and then I said quality activity. Like, I thought the Eric Hendricks signing was a quality move, given his level of play and the fact that his knowledge of the system, because it was Zimmer who was your defensive coordinator.
I gave Zimmer too much credit. I was wrong about Zimmer. I don't think he did bad, but I gave him way too much credit.
I don't think he was invested enough.
Like I said, the players weren't buying into him until the end of the season.
No.
They were spoiled by Dan Quinn.
He also admitted that he wasn't running his scheme. He was being.
Philly, he didn't
want to shock the system. They're doing good, without me. So he kind of let things.
Now, Mike Zimmer did figure out how to shut down the Washington Commanders, though.
That he did.
He did. He did have the playbook for that.
Yeah.
That's true. Billy D. Hello, all, and Mark, condolences to your dad and family. Love them share. Yeah. I've got a bunch of different ones that video clips. That's actually kind of cool because although it's listening to somebody who's just passed,
laugh my ass off. You're hilarious.
To you, but
there you go. Big ups to Walt. Big
else.
ups to Walt. I saw a couple of your shorts earlier.
To say, we'll put my money on the Eagles, and I'm like, nah. But that was actually a blessing doing the whole BetUS and being my dad's bookie.
Right.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, because my brother, Greg, and I forgot to tell him this, I'll probably tell him tomorrow when I see him, that my dad and him had standing bets. They always had $20 on a game.
Yeah.
So he's got $20. They get $20 on the Cowboys game, $20 on $20. Straight up. So
I'm gonna get the laundry. I didn't do it yet.
What
up, Sarah? What's good, girl? What it do?
When Washington,
Alright, well, I'm still probably gonna start on it.
He came by to get his money. So I think I'm gonna carry on that tradition with my brother and say, we gotta go ahead and do that for my dad.
Right. I like that. Right. I thought it was really cool how he would take your dad's bets, and even when it was a pretty bad day for you, your dad
was doing pretty good.
Yeah, he was raking it in. So and I know like the hardest part is talking about him in the past tense now because it's normals, but at the same time, I think that's a hell of a way to honor him and remember him, making that part.
Yes, ma'am, Sarah. There's a bunch of people in here that were in here before that haven't been in here in a while because of not being able to see that I was live. But now that they see that I'm live, they're able to join the channel. I just gotta go live on two streams so that I can transition people over. We'll see, Dylan. We'll see.
And I came across that you were.
We'll see what we can do.
And I was 5 years old. I always tell you guys I wanted to be like my dad. And if my dad is there, he's got a piece of watermelon, and I'm sitting right beside him with a piece of watermelon. Both of us like, yep, I really did want to be just like him. So appreciate that. I don't mean to get everybody all teary-eyed and everything else. Let's get back to
you're good. And condolences and, man, thoughts and prayers out to you guys, for real.
But I'm not the only person that's lost loved ones, man. So many people have had. I've been blessed to have my dad as long as I have, and for him not to be in any pain or anything else, and literally talking to him the day he passed.
How many times do you hear that, though, Mark?
There you go, Dylan. And back shots, you got 2 Patriots fans up in here now. There's actually 3. One's not here right now.
Oh, and that's not a bad thing, people.
No, I'm with you on that one, game time.
No, I mean, every time you heard, oh, wow, he actually felt best in his felt in a long time, was able to call, and then all of a sudden, boom. That's their way, man. There's a purpose in everything. So we got
I've heard that that's a real thing,
my grandmother will be 100 years old on June 4th.
Right before the end, it gets the best.
She's and Mark, she's like one of those young acting 99-year-olds, and she actually had a boyfriend, and he was in a jazz band.
That's crazy.
And listen, but when he passed away, the day before he spent the entire day with her.
Yeah, and we're always live, Dylan. Wednesday's the only day that I really take to myself. So I mean, we are always live. That's why you got to have those notification bells turned on so that you can see when I'm live.
He almost fell out of the chair laughing. He took you home. You know what I'm saying? He kissed you. He gave you a nice kiss and everything. And then he went home and passed away.
What's good? Anybody that's just tuning in over here, make sure that as you get in here, you'll realize that on my channel there is 2 live streams. This is a transition stream. I just need you guys to click my channel and go to the other live stream. That there is where you'll find the best version of this content. I know you guys are going to get tired of hearing it. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me say that. But we got to keep doing it until I can get it all figured out to where everybody can just come on this live stream and see that I'm there so that we're good to go.
That's one of those things that, unless it's an
Patriots should be working on getting it.
I
agree. I agree. He needs some help. That quarterback over there needs some help. That young man.
So we'll see how that goes. But you know what? I'm just happy that I had some of that money too. I'm happy that I had it for this past year solely because it gave me more time to spend with my dad. Another reason to. Right. That was great.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
It really does. But back to the Cowboys. I would love to see where your dad, which way your dad would be betting this year. This year's going to be interesting. I want to know. I mean, I would really be interested because the way he bet it last year. You know, and I'm talking about outside of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, who would be giving
Alyssa, this is the Sunday podcast that I'm on. I am now able to actually show the stream. So if you don't want to go over to Mark's channel, which I still encourage you to go sub to Mark Holmes, that you can watch it all from here. This is where I'm live. I'm right up in the top of this camera right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but I'm right here with the RR background.
And I hope they do something about that.
It's NFC East podcast with Mark Holmes.
It wasn't bad, but not compared to everything else. One thing I will say, yes, we did have one of the elements that led to us having a good season was the fact that we were mostly healthy for most of the season. You know, so and that makes a difference. Yeah, that's a big, especially when you get late into the season too. Coming from the team that had second most amount of games lost by it makes a difference. All right, game time. Oh shit. No. Appreciate you, man. Oh no. No. I see why.
For sure, Wicked. I'm gonna keep trying, man. I'm gonna keep trying. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully it just gets better and better. Yes, ma'am, Alyssa. Thank you.
Oh, wait, that's the end of the show. I'm sorry. Here we go. My boss here.
I thought I smelled.
Ready or overrated? I'm ready to hear that.
We're not going there.
I really don't like the shape of football. They need to change the shape of the football.
He's a Washington fan, Dylan. He's a Washington fan.
I don't like the helmets they're wearing now. Let's go back to the leather one.
Leatherheads.
They put the last 10 yards apart. Okay. Can we get the field goal kicker to wear the single bar helmet?
Dude, I would love for the kickers to wear that helmet again.
What I say, I want to be. That's fine. I tell the truth. Y'all try to hide from the truth and y'all root for things for the NFL, but y'all know NFL do things wrong. And y'all say, oh, football, I love football. I'm going to support it no matter what. I'm not that guy. Everybody does stuff wrong, though. Like, yeah, Wendy's want to charge me extra. I don't care about Wendy's.
I don't care about Wendy's.
I just want an extra honey mustard sauce. The girl said 25 cents. What is we talking about? I know. Hey, they don't stop me from going to Wendy's on charge facts. Yeah. Okay, here's my thing. About football. Here's my thing. I'm suffering right now. So I don't know what I'm going to even be around for.
Come on, Wicked.
I really don't.
You got to say their name the right way. Their name don't start with a C. It starts with an R. WR is their initials. It's an R. It's a Redskin. Come on now. We know they Redskins. They ain't no Commanders. I refuse to believe that they're Commanders.
So I have to do. So anyway, yeah. So it's been a while for him because he's in the hospital.
Hold on 1 second.
They're gonna take care of him or whatever, something like that. So that's going on. But far as y'all clowning me about what I believe for the sake of football, I don't want the football to stay the same. I You know, go to the NFL. It might turn into a basketball.
How you take us through a valley and then go back to the peak? Like, God damn,
Momo said, let's go back to the field goal kickers not wearing any cleats. Let's just go ahead and kick football with no shoes on. How about
right?
I'm with Washington right here, Leo. Because Leo, I'm pissed off. The NFL is going to ban the push because it's stupid.
Push, yeah. You know what? You know what?
Let's get back to quarterback smoking cigars on the sideline like Kenny Stabler. Let's get back to those. No, I don't care about that. That's not young man. Now, I just think the NFL just
hey, if you guys are over here on this stream right here, make sure that you guys click my channel and go to the other stream. This is a transition stream just to let you guys know where we really are. You'll get the best version of the content that you're hearing over there. You'll get the visuals of it as well.
You know, with the whole tush push thing.
Yeah, they got to get some more players. That's for sure. That's for sure. Dante Fowler, I think, is a big loss for you guys.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really subscribe to
that's a 10-sack defensive end. What up, Angela? What it do? What it do? Hey, that's dope. That's dope. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. And Angela, if you click on my channel and go to the other live stream, the content that you're hearing in the background, which is the podcast we're on, you'll actually get to see that. So click on the other channel in my live stream, click on the other live stream in my channel, and you'll get the best version of the content. That's also where the other people are as well.
What our players are doing over the years. Yeah, hey, look, man, you can't even do this no more, right?
This is just for transitioning people over to that channel. But thank you, and I appreciate you, Angela.
Yeah, even back then, Boy Williams, our safety
horse collar.
He's the king of the horse collar. And then they say, once Terrell Owens got hurt off of that, they said, you know what, you can't do that no more.
Yeah.
But the horse collars, there's different version of the horse collars, stuff like that. If I grab you, so some of my friends who got
no, you absolutely right, Wicked. You're absolutely right, brother.
I think
100%.
That your hair is part of the uniform, part of your body.
So they can grab your hair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. But do they know when you pull somebody's roots out, you can damage it?
Well, thank you, Angela. Hey, chill with that. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate that. Much love goes out to you as well as being part of the community.
When you got dreads that long, you can't put all that in your helmet.
That's your choice to have the dreads, though. Yeah, well, I mean, what if it's, a religious thing? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Hill Prods, what it do, brother? What's good? Hey. Man, go back on my channel, Hill Prods, and click the other live stream so that you get the full version of this content. All right? Go over there, brother. I know you ain't been able to see my live streams because I haven't seen you in a while, but this is the version we've been doing now. You got to make sure your notification bells are turned on so that way you can know when we go live because we're always live.
That's why I let my toenails grow because I don't feel like. Oh yeah. Stop it.
I hear you, Alyssa. I hear you, but this isn't where I can make the best content. And you can't see that I can't show you guys anything.
On Game Time Brian, I would have went through there and choked the shit out of Washington. He got on my nerves yesterday, Game Time. Who?
Ultra Cowboy?
Yes.
he just had to get under your skin.
I don't know what's his problem with me. I don't get it.
I don't know. People like to rise out of people. Wait a minute. So real quick, Mark, I got a question for you. So, could you elaborate?
There you go, Hill. There you go. Make sure you got that notification bell turned on so that way you know when we go live. Because we go live all the time. Literally Wednesday's the only day I pretty much don't go live. So, man, if you got your notification bell on, you should be able to catch the streams again like you were before I made the transition to the upgrade on the channel. Because eventually I'll be able to do call-ins with you guys, and I'll be able to do even if you want to do, you can do video call-ins. So this is the best setup for the channel. So I just got to get everybody transitioned over to here.
event that's there now that's going on today too, right?
Yeah, it's today, but it's like they have all the Cowboy players on the same day. So Emmett was there, Michael Irvin was there, CeeDee Lamb was there, Dak was supposed to be there, but he canceled during the week. But with Micah, the first year.
Yes, Alyssa, more people have been coming onto this stream because they haven't been getting notified of the real stream. What up, Kayla? Hey, Kayla, go on my channel and click the other live stream. This is a transition stream to get people that haven't been missing my show to catch the real show. But you got to have your notifications turned on. Hell yeah, Hills. That's what's up. That's what's up. Dope. Now you should be able to catch all the live streams if you're available, of course.
The last Commanders game 2 years ago, and I had a free Micah shirt on, and his dad said, "Get one." And so Tracy made that shirt, and I took it with me to the autograph signing show, and I said, "Hey, Micah, I said, I got this for you. This is for your dad." He was at my tailgate, wanted it. He's like, "Dad ain't getting this shirt." He's like, "I'm keeping that." So I asked him, I said, "What's that?"
I remember the day because I met his dad and we took a picture. And he posted a picture on
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the help. Because, yeah, it does get kind of distracting when I'm trying to talk and do things. You try to have to keep transitioning. I appreciate you.
Man, Thomas is back. Yeah, Thomas shits out, man. Your internet, your connection is horrible.
I know that pain.
Well, any players that are tied up with Fanatics, they will only sign NFL licensed stuff. And so I got the Micah the Assassin. I wanted to actually get that signed by, but I knew I couldn't get it done. It had to be licensed. So Michael had a Micah Parsons jersey. So we got that signed. So I went up to him. I said, "I wanted you to sign this plaque of Micah the Assassin." And his eyes just bugged out. He's like, "Holy shit." He's like, "Where did you get that?" I said, "Man, I made that." I said, "My wife did the artwork on it." And I said, "I did it on my CNC machine." And I said, "Why, you want it?" He said, "Hell yes, I want this." But he seemed pretty relaxed. He didn't seem like anybody that's worried about having to pack up his shit and move to another city.
No, Micah's not going nowhere.
Oh, we know he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Peace, Michael Hopper.
But that's cool, man. That's dope that you get to have those stories, man. I need to be able to get myself to some venues.
Do you feel and so you it's a maturation process basically? You feel like he's matured a little bit more?
Well, okay, but Leo, think about how you were when you were 20. Right. Yeah.
We saw a little bit of difference after that injury with him last year. He kind of settled down a little bit.
Royal, you have 100% hit the nail on the head because you looked at Micah up until this year. Everything was easy. You know, you were all pro, you're getting 12 sacks, and you were the guy, the team's winning, 12 games a season, and everything's good. This year, you start out the season, first 4 games, you got 1 sack. You get injured, you're getting criticized heavily about your podcast, especially when you had Big Play Slay on there, and y'all were yucking it up when we got mollywopped by Baltimore.
Yeah.
Or the Lions. I can't remember which one. It didn't matter because we both got beat to hell. And all of a sudden now, I think he faced a lot of adversity that he had before because when he came back, his podcast seemed to evolve where it wasn't the yuck it up, stupid shit. And he seemed to be a guy on fire.
Yeah.
He averaged more than a sack a game those last games that he came back.
Yeah. I think getting to sit back and see it all with hindsight and get to see he got to see it from a different perspective sitting out like that. So I think that kind of definitely helped him realize the bigger picture around him.
Yeah, I think he did. Like I said, I think he did. Before BI, as in before injury, and AI after his injury, he seemed like he was 2 totally different players.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong.
All right.
I agree with it.
Too.
Oh, Aubrey was great.
Yeah, Aubrey was the star of the show.
Incredible. But you can tell that he's the limelight.
He's still
trying to get his autograph than majority of the Cowboys players combined.
That's crazy too.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm sure he still feels like a normal person.
What state was this in?
Chantilly, Virginia.
Okay.
Right by Dallas Airport.
Okay.
They always have. There's two every spring. There'll be another one in probably June or July. But usually you usually get the younger players, Cowboy players, the ones that are currently playing at this one. Usually the second one is when you see more of the older players.
Yeah, probably because of training camp and all them different things.
So, Mark, can you say who was putting that nasty rumor out about you?
Which
one? You don't want to say. So you mentioned it last night.
Which rumor? We all know who that asshole is. No, my dad's funeral is actually Friday. It wasn't.
Yeah, I know that, but I know that was hurting for you for they said that. So I was concerned about that. I got your back.
It didn't really. I mean, that's what's expected because of some of the stuff that he's done in the past. I mean, it's expected because he's just.
There's just ignorant people out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually out there.
What up, Anthony? What it do?
But here's my thing.
No, we've been streaming since the beginning of last football season. But if you go on my channel, you'll actually be able to see the correct live stream. You'll see there's two. The alternate is the one you need to be on with Michael Parsons and Joe Milton as the thumbnail.
Can we hug it out? I think Derek, weren't you the one who set them off? No, wasn't it about them actually also identity was like having talking to a girl and them telling them that the girl had her or something like that. I got that video clipped out on my computer somewhere, but it's like it was like a full 5-minute span that was just So I am having my own podcast. I got the equipment. I got what I need. So I am going to have my little podcast. But I have decided what I'm going to do on the podcast because it's going to be football related. But I would say this about Cowboy Nation and Cowboy fans. I have no problem with Cowboy fans anymore. Y'all can troll me and do whatever y'all can. But at the end of the day, it's we all want to win. We all want to win. Everybody wants to win. That's what it's about. Because quite frankly, anybody, but and quite frankly, I'm going to say something that Washington, Redskins, Commanders, Washington football team would never say. It's okay to have that brother that you get some, because we need the Cowboys to win. It ain't fun when they lose.
The NFL is better. The NFL is better when the Cowboys are winning.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to process this.
Leo ain't liking that.
What? You need what?
That didn't taste very well, did it, Leo?
That's only because they ain't fun trolling a team that's lose all the time. That's get pathetic. Yes, it is. It's awesome. I've been having a ball. The Giants lose all the time, and it's pathetic to check out to troll them. There's nobody here that's Asia, you know what I'm saying? But there's nobody here for us to troll. If the Eagles lost all the time, I would get tired of trolling you, Leo. I kind of see what he's saying because when the Eagles had that fall off 2 seasons ago, that felt better than the Cowboys leading the division the whole year. Got you. I got you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I want you to win to see you fall off the cliff. I want you to get as high on that cliff as you can get. Yes. Get to the highest level. What you want to do, you lose it in the playoffs.
It's a version of Stephen A. Smith.
You want to see a team get high. Yeah, they fall off the cliff. And then you beat their asses the whole way down. Yes. Of course.
Y'all starting to sound like Stephen A. Smith.
Just like, I'll give you a prime example. Like Washington this year, when the Eagles put the 55 burger on us. The Eagles fans love that because, y'all thought y'all was high, man. Y'all thought y'all else going here. So now we're gonna bring you back to earth and down. I got trolls for the next 3 or 4 weeks and still get trolled off that 55 burger.
Momo, let me explain something to you. And this is only for me and you as the only non-Cowboy fans that are here, okay? And I don't have a problem with all of them hearing what I'm about to say. But the thing that makes it fun for me, especially now, is the fact that they're so beat down, and we continue to beat them down, that they're at the point now where all they have is to reference old Super Bowls. That's what I want them down. 30 years, you know, like this will be year 30, right? Since
welcome, Kennedy. Welcome. Hey, Kennedy, do me a favor. This is a transition stream. So if you click on my channel and you go to the other live stream that has a picture of only 2 players instead of 4, that live stream is where you'll find the actual content.
I want to make them not want to win. I want them to be sick. I wallow in their sorrow.
Is that someone?
I play that video of Mark falling out his chair.
Oh, right here? Yeah, that's my 3-year-old.
In fact,
that's my
the
3-year-old.
video is when his wife is watching it and she's
but if you click my channel and you go to the other live stream, you'll actually find that that's where the better version of this content is. This is just a transition stream to help people find where I'm at. And turn the notification bell on for me.
I don't care. I just like the fact that I like the paint. I like the stench that every single Cowboys fan has on their face. I love the fact that not only has it been so bad for them, but now they've had to witness. Does anybody have anybody? The world has changed.
Anybody? Yeah. Like, God dang, man. Hey, all we can do is get better from here.
There you go.
All we can do is get better from here.
No, let me say this.
You're 1,000% correct.
I did say this too. I said this. A lot of people don't think I'm crazy. I'm aware of what I said on Game Time.
That's Micah, and it's a him. That's Micah. That's my 3-year-old boy.
This coming season, they will win the division.
What up, Rylan? Hey, Rylan, click on my channel and go to the other stream that has 2 players, Micah and Milton. That is where you'll find the full version of this. So if you go on my channel and you click the other stream, that's where we are. Thank you, Kennedy. But yeah, that's where you look. See what you're hearing. You'll get to see it. You'll get to see the podcast. So you got to go on my channel. You got to go on my channel and click the other stream. There's 2 streams on my channel right now that are live. Yes, Rylan, you got it. There you go. There you go. Raylan, my bad. You got it. I know it's been a minute since you've been here, Raylan. Wicked and Raylan, the two Redskin fans. But yeah, you got to turn your notification bell on for me, brother. That way you know when we go live. Because when I upgraded my channel and started doing my platform like this, which is better, I wasn't getting everybody to come into the channel from the normal streams. So I'm having to make a transition stream so that everybody knows how to find us, so that they can actually watch the stream again. Because I was wondering where everybody went, and then I went back and just did a YouTube stream and found everybody again. So I just got to try to transition people and make sure everybody has the notification bells on, and you'll be able to catch the stream every time I'm live.
A guy named June Lee, who used to be on ESPN.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Round the Horn. Okay. And he posted a video on YouTube, and it was interesting because he starts out the video and he says, 2 years ago, he said, I got laid off from my dream job at ESPN. And for 2 years, I wasn't allowed to write, appear on TV, or start a YouTube channel. So, wait a minute, you're firing me and I can't do shit for 2 years?
That's crazy. They better be paying me.
Well, I get a contract, but that's kind of sucks. So, what were you supposed to do for 2 years?
Yeah, because he probably got some incentives and he got money.
Yeah, he probably got some type of severance package that was long term.
Like in my industry, you know what the thing is? In my industry, you just can't work in my industry. You can't work in my industry for 2 years. No, 5 in the state. You cannot work in the state for 5 For 2 years.
So you cannot work. You cannot work in the industry for 5 years.
They don't want someone working for their.
No, you can't. They can't go to another company for 90 days. Same thing.
Yeah, they don't want someone.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they got it here. Yeah, most and that's and truth be told, Mark, that's in most states. Like you cannot work in that state. In my industry, you cannot work in that state for 5 years after you leave. Messed up.
Yeah, there's that in a lot of things because they don't want their direct competitors to be able to have an advantage with someone in-house that has worked with them and knows the procedures. So they wait until the procedures have changed enough that that person won't know anything.
I'm gonna ask a question and I just want and we got different people here and I was on Game Time Brian. I'm confused with Skip Bayless. Is he a Cowboy fan or does he just lie about being a Cowboy fan?
I disown him. I think he became an Eagle fan this offseason.
Yeah, well, I think he became an Eagle fan this offseason. Yeah, he's an Eagles fan now.
But I don't watch that fool no. Like, I can't stand listening to that man.
Who?
Skip Bayless. I can't stand hearing that man's voice.
He's trying to stay relevant. Nobody cares.
No, I was asking, is he a Cowboy fan or just? And he said he write these books, and Jerry sat down and wrote these books with him, and all these 2 books he wrote about the Cowboys during the heyday when they won the Super Bowls.
If you ask Mike Fisher, those books that he wrote are the reason why he's not really welcome back in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, he literally started the rumor that Troy Aikman was gay.
He started.
Yeah, remember that? They turned around and said, "Well, people are talking about him being gay." It's like you're the one who made that shit up.
Didn't he do it with another player too?
ESPN with Deion Sanders was there, and Deion went back and forth with him. So where you get your facts from? And that was Deion was asking him about Troy. Where you get your facts from?
And he also said Jimmy Johnson told him about the Herschel Walker trade before anyway.
Right. He was discussing it with him.
Yeah, discussing it.
I thought he tried to expose another player as well at one time. I can't remember who.
But here's the thing: if someone discussing a trade, that's a breaking news situation that you would go and scoop it on your column. Yeah. This is, mind you, this is the same guy who took all his jerseys and stuff and threw them in the trash.
Every year.
The thing is that he keeps throwing the same jerseys in the trash. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, he's taking it right back out. That trash can's empty and clean, brand new.
But I give Shannon Sharp the most credit if I ever seen any man. I know how people get. Because Shannon said later he was going to choke him out. I thought he was.
Oh, you could tell he got the Shannon on that one stream. You could tell.
I'm gonna watch that show. How many times Shannon Sharp took off his glasses? You know what the next step's supposed to be.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, you got a point there.
But the reason I brought it up was the interesting thing is he got disillusioned as a sports journalist, and basically it's going through that everything in here is all scripted. It's not really made for the real sports fans, and he was actually praising what YouTubers are doing and how that's more for the real fan than it is what ESPN. It was actually a great piece, and I've actually sent him a couple of them.
Send me, I'd like to see, he did a YouTube about it?
It's JOON Lee. If you Google, if you go to Twitter, you'll see him on there. This was like the first video he's put out, so I guess this contract just ended that he could start putting stuff on it. On the video itself.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, we'll talk. I need to talk to you, Mark.
I'm sorry.
He couldn't do nothing the first round. He would have been able to reach up.
Right. I think, Thomas, your internet is still got a little choppy.
I'm not the only one.
That's the link for that video itself. But he goes in through it. But he actually talks about the difference of, with gambling now. And especially, I kind of have a problem. It's bad enough the NFL is in bed with gambling in general. But ESPN. Bet ESPN.
Hey, if you guys are just popping on to this live stream, make sure you guys go to the channel and click on the other live stream is where the actual content is viewed from. This is the weekly podcast with other streamers that I'm doing on Sundays. We didn't do it last Sunday because one of them had a death in their family and they weren't on, so we just didn't do it. But yeah, if you guys click on my channel and you go, what up, Billy? If you click on my channel and you go to the other live stream, you'll be in the room where you can watch the content that you're hearing over here. You can hear it here, but you can watch it if you go on my channel and click into the other live stream.
Took the show off. Well, they're even more in bed because basically they got the NFL Network, not part of ESPN. Oh, really? You get it? By the way, that show was talking about PlayStation.
Yeah, Michael Irvin's been having some hot takes on his channel.
Yeah, but
Michael, come here.
So Michael Parsons was nice. He was considered like that. Did you tell him to learn how to tackle a running back ball? Did you ask him that? No.
There you go.
That's
there you go, Billy. There you go. Yes, sir. I know you know the place to find and the place to be. All up over here with Ryals TV. That's what I should call this. I should just call this Ryals TV. Like, I guess I just aim the content.
Yeah. I would say what? Say what? Moving right along. I'm gonna need sideline reporter asking NFL.
Man, how many of you guys just saw me try to use this as my bait?
I asked questions. I asked the truth.
Jeez.
If you can't handle what we want to ask you, prove me wrong and be better at your craft.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go start interviewing people at work at the grocery store. So I'm gonna ask this question again because I've asked it before, but I'm gonna ask again just to see if anyone's answers have evolved. But going into the draft, are you guys drafting for need or best player available? I think right now it's the best player available.
Yeah, I think we put ourselves in a position to be able to pick the best player available. I just hope it's the right one because with the depth in this draft, it's so many, even though it feels like almost all of them could be a good choice. But hold on. Dude, Whitten. I put it on and saw.
I think you've got to get a running back, though, in the draft.
It's no big deal, dude.
I think if you don't get a great wide receiver, there are still some ones out there that can help your team that can be better than what we have right now. But I don't know that you're going to.
Hey, what up, gaming? Hey, make sure you click on my channel and hit the other version of this stream. There's 2 live streams on my channel. Make sure you go to the other one, gaming. There you go, Anthony. There you go. Hey, you guys got to make sure you turn on. I play a live stream next Sunday. That's what's up. That's dope, Anthony. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bell so you guys get to see when we go live. Because a lot of people have been missing the shows because they didn't know that we were live, but we've been live every day.
He has been sued for sexual misconduct, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, gang. Michael,
yeah, they said he's so bad nobody wants to sleep with him.
I told you to skip it. Casket ready.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that.
Don't say casket ready. That's so. Don't say that. I'm talking about you seen Skip Bayless when he don't have ESPN makeup. He is casket ready.
You know what? I will say this. I don't see Washington having the same kind of success this year.
Okay.
I agree.
I think they'll take a step back.
I agree. I think that Daniels is going to have a sophomore slump.
They may make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to go that.
Okay, here's the thing. Those teams that's going, the harder schedule they're going to get, and those teams that played well last year ain't going to be playing the same way the following year. It never happens when you play when those Washington's going to be fine.
Yeah, but what I see the difference being, Mo, is I think the difference is that Jalen Daniels ain't going to have the element of surprise this year. They're going to have a year of game tape to study his tendencies. That's why the sophomore slump exists. Now, he could prove me wrong and push through it. I'm not saying he can't, but I feel like that's what's going to happen.
I answer everybody a question then. You always talk about game tape. It's tape on him. It's tape on this person. Tape don't mean that you're going to stop somebody.
No, I'm not saying it will, but in a lot of cases, it does tend to go that way. So,
do you think C.J. Stroud was the same player he was the second year as he was the first year?
He was timid. C.J. Stroud was timid.
last year, next Sunday.
You see how he did?
Look how he okay. Regardless of what happened.
Yeah, I'll be live streaming next Sunday as well, but that's fine, brother. I understand, and hopefully everything's good on your end, man. My thoughts and prayers go out to you and for whoever you got to go at.
It's a real thing.
Ask your question. Has a question. All of these great quarterbacks in the history of the game, did they have sophomore slumps?
Majority of them did.
I don't know. I don't think Dan Marino had one. I don't think Mahomes had one. Yeah,
game tape wasn't the same back then either.
Daniels ain't on that level. I don't know he's gonna be on that level. I think he needs to put some more weight on him because I'm afraid that he's gonna get hurt this year if he don't put more weight on himself. They gonna tag him.
That was one of my big concerns with him.
He needs to put more weight on him. Yeah. I said I agree with you, Thomas. This ain't a senior moment that we're gonna have again.
Derek, I'm with you, Derek. I see the look on your face. I was watching too, like they about to get started.
I was waiting. Because last time, Thomas said, "Get off the Zoom show. Get off the Zoom show." I want to hear that again. What are you talking about, Edwin? And his mommy took some hardballs for him whenever he go home.
I mean, he's a mama's boy. Just fact.
And he needs to tell her, Mama, Mama, I can't even have a girlfriend. I'm grown, Mama. Why you got shit between us, Mama?
You know what? Someone, they was talking about that because they was like, you do realize that he's only like 2 years younger than Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? He's 24 years old, and he can't even sit with a girl.
That's
have a girlfriend, Mama. I got my own house and everything.
Okay, I respect his mother. I respect his mother, what his mother do. His mother wanted me to get caught up with a woman, go take advantage of him, and do it like that. That's why she's doing it.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's like the effect from Waterboy. I like
Nick. About Juju, and they're sitting at a game.
Yeah.
Look how that worked out. Now she out with injury. He might be over there nursing her now. We don't know that.
Well, I doubt it. His mama ain't gonna let that happen. I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
You know, like I think his mother has the potential. His mom has the potential to interrupt or to retard his growth.
I agree with that.
Like she could be a bit overbearing. You know what I'm saying? And that in of itself, I mean, all you had to do was just look at his face the moment she was sitting next to him.
Yeah, I got you. That's your question. Okay, I can name a player in the NFL that his mother got rave reviews, went in there. He was a cornerback for the New York Giants, and she had her own radio show on ESPN Radio, and ESPN promoted her. Crazy. Who? He was I forgot. He was a defensive back for the Giants.
Eli Apple's mom.
Yes. She had her own radio show on ESPN.
Again, what I'm saying
is, she deserved that show. Of course she did.
But what I'm saying to you is that when you look at
she was overbearing too now.
Yeah, but that was humiliating what she did, what Jaden Daniels' mom did to him at that game. That was humiliating. He's 20. Yeah, he's 24. Not 22, not 21, not 20, but 24.
One of these days,
you know why I can relate to that? My mother was like that. My mother was like that. She was overbearing. She
she didn't want me to be around. I get that. But I had to go and tell my moms I'm a grown adult. You can't keep doing this like that. If he doesn't put her in her place or say something to her, that's on him.
Okay, let me explain something to you. The quarterback for the Washington Commanders, the starting quarterback for the Washington Commanders has a mama's problem.
Oh, please stop it.
One of these days, he's gonna pull the reference from Waterboy where he goes, "I like Mickey. And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too."
I like football. It makes me feel good.
That's gonna be Jalen Daniels.
Those are not the kind of problems you want your quarterback.
You're talking about something on the sideline. He'll be fine. The Washington will be 11-6, win the division. Maybe go. I don't know.
Whose ball is the devil?
Okay.
Whose ball is the devil?
The Eagles ain't gonna be the same team. It ain't gonna be because everybody got the numbers. Barkley is not gonna have the numbers he had last year. He's not gonna have. He might get 13, maybe 1,200.
He might get hurt.
To have the season he had last year.
He might get hurt. That was his first full season in a while. That was his previous record.
Yeah, you know what though? Here's the thing.
Not that I wish anything upon that man.
Go back to what he really is. An average, below average quarterback that he didn't do nothing against. Jalen Hurts this season, it wasn't for the running game, y'all wouldn't have been the team y'all was. So I'm just saying, I see the Eagles finishing 8-9.
Shots fired.
Okay. 8-9.
I know Drew's in the comments. Talking smack to me. Talking smack to me this whole time. Drew, he's on that. He's on that.
Because they're gonna bomb. Yeah. 8-9, Momo. That's where you see us at. 8-9. Wow.
8-9. I see beginning. I believe beginning of the season, y'all gonna struggle. I think y'all gonna lose two. I believe the first 5 games, y'all gonna lose 2 or 3 of y'all games,
like we did last year.
But this gonna be worse.
But like we did last year.
No, I think Dallas gonna beat y'all twice. I think Washington gonna beat y'all twice.
Damn. He went there. Welcome back, Walt. Welcome back.
And Momo, you smart. You intelligent. Had a good head.
That was awesome.
I'm with you, man. I'm dress ready for him. Oh, shit. Oh, we're going to see you at the autograph signing show with the sign. See, Thomas, and Walker, if you're listening, this is how you get me to do a bet. So you want to make a bet on that? Momo.
Hey, I got to make a move. I got to go jump out. So that's my sign. Y'all be good.
I'm over here Googling. Before you go, Momo, wait. Before you go, Momo, you want to make a bet on that?
I already made a bet to somebody. Randy, $100.
Okay.
What you want? A T-shirt?
He said, "No, I want that $100."
Yeah, I know.
What you want? 5? Make it light on your pockets. You want to go 5, 1,000, 10,000? What you want?
I'm not encouraging it.
Oh, don't do that, Mama. Don't make that bet.
I'm not going to encourage it.
$10,000 to go 8 and 9.
Actually, I ain't that crazy.
Hey, that's a false statement, y'all lame, because y'all lame.
I gotta go.
Lame ass false statement.
I gotta go.
Who are we, the Commanders?
Punch and run.
Oh, wow. We literally dropped a grenade and ran.
Pew!
Mark, did you hear that? 8 and 9.
Pew, pew, pew.
Shout out to the super chats. I appreciate those.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Drew, tell them, right? You know what I'm saying? Put some money on it. I've got to give a shout out to Hugh, Charles, PC76, Mike J, and Chad, because they PayPal'd me $150. They said they were sending me some money for some rum. My dad passed, but I was kind of like $150 for some rum.
Damn.
I'm not trying to get drunk like that, but what I'm going to do
It's a lot of rum.
No, I'm like, I don't need that much Johnny Walker Blue.
I was gonna say your wife would be sliding by, taking that bottle. You know
now, what I'm actually gonna do for them, since they sent me that, is I'm gonna get them a brick to go on the walkway with their names all on it to kind of honor them and say thank you for them.
Hey, Lane, you're on the wrong stream, brother. You need to click my channel and go into the actual stream that has Joe Milton and Michael Parsons on the thumbnail. That's where you'll get the full version of this content. You're not even getting the full version. See?
I'm not writing a check or anything, but
we over there, we doing a podcast on another side of this channel. You just need to go to my page and click the other live stream.
Mama must have gotten a DeLorean or something and went to the, to the future or something.
Yeah, he took off with it.
Right. I'll say this. I like the fact that we got AJ Dillon. You know what I'm saying, to help complement, Saquon. Because KG left and went to, where did KG go? Did he go to Chicago? Kenneth Gainwell went somewhere, I can't remember where. But I like the pound and pound now that we have in our backfield between Saquon and AJ. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm excited to see how that works. And I don't. Anybody else have a comment?
It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be Jalen and Saquon anyways. That are the running backs.
Yep. No, I think Saquon's not gonna have the same kind of year.
He's not. He's gonna have back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying, Mark. I'm not delusional on that part.
Dude,
I think that he's still have a good year.
It's just a T-shirt, Witten.
Yeah, he deserves to go to Canton. That's that Hall of Fame champ. If he get another season, got his gold jacket ring. And that's coming from a Cowboy fan, a Cowboy fan.
Yeah. Well, if that happens, then they gotta let him go for the record, like they didn't, they didn't do this
He
year.
chose not to, even though he was influenced. I mean, there's a video of him choosing not to, but you could tell Nick Sirianni was kind of like, that question was asked in a manner like, it made it seem like you got the option, but really.
Nick Sirianni threw water on that,
yeah.
Man. Look, we trying to win the Super Bowl, so
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Shut it down. There was a lot of mixed reactions to that because a lot of guys wanted them to go for it.
I mean, it was what, 15 yards or something? That's one or two.
It was only like maybe a couple hundred yards, like maybe 200, maybe.
I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it wasn't that much. Now he ended up.
What up, Taylor? What it do? I know you don't have the notifications turned on, brother. You need to turn the notifications on, and then you need to go to my channel and actually click on the other live stream so that you can see the full version of the content. We're on a podcast channel right now, so yeah. You already know it, Lane. 100%, brother. 100%.
Okay. Now if he had.
But yeah, Taylor, go on my channel and click the other live stream that has Dak, and it has 2 players versus 4 players, and then that's where the majority of people are, or aren't, but are.
Complimented it with AJ Dillon. You know what I'm saying?
We got a strong one in here today, guys. Y'all lame. Shout outs to y'all lame, brother. Joe. Lame ass comment.
How they mix that backfield up again. How they use it.
And if you look at it the right way, Lane, technically there's 3 because my image is right here on this screen. See my green mouse? Yeah. So technically it's 3. But one I don't control. That's Mark Holmes' channel.
Sneak without the QB. Let the running backs do it. We'll see. They can. But we're winning the Super Bowl, Mark. I just want you to know that.
You gotta stop with that false statement.
Yeah, we're winning the Super Bowl.
You gotta stop that.
Yeah. And I want Mark to play that video.
Alright, we'll get you a new shirt. We'll get you a new shirt.
Your pocket already.
Hey,
right now.
No, Thomas, Mark has the video. You know what I'm saying? Mark has the video. He actually had me do it. Like, you know, set up, right, Mark? You got it, right? Play it, man. That's, it's February 9th, February 8th. Yeah, you got to go back to February 8th or something like that, you know, because I remember I said it and you were taking a sip. I think it was when we were having a live, too.
Okay. Again, it still would take me some time to go back. Hell, digging in April.
All right, we back. Like Kobe and Shaq.
I just want you to make sure you have that.
No, you good. Y'all lame, man. I ain't never got no hard feelings towards someone just talking crap, bro. Talk your crap if you want. It don't bother me. What people say doesn't motivate or distract me.
You know what I'm saying? And I said, I even added a caveat that will threaten for a repeat.
I don't know, wherever you put it.
I even said that too.
Over there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so, you know, hold me to it.
As soon as you lose a game, it'll come back out.
That's how it works.
I'm sure.
Check this. It's gonna bounce. It's gonna bounce like Dr. J bounced that basketball on that break. That motherfucker's gonna.
The interesting thing is that this is exactly how the talk was at the beginning of last season.
Lordy. Does anybody else have any other comments? Anyone not wearing green?
Just saying, Mark. You know what I mean? I'm calling it like I see it. You know, we're built. We're stacked. We're built to do this again.
Being built one way doesn't mean it works that way.
Everybody gets better. And, you know, NFL is it's about talent, but it also is who can stay the healthiest. So,
yeah.
There's got to be some luck involved.
Oh.
You lost a pick of your team, you know.
Say that again, Thomas? What did you say?
You just lost a tenth of your team recently. You either release them or they don't.
Yeah, but look at what we got, though, bro.
Okay.
I mean, like.
But it doesn't.
Matter of fact, what am I saying? You guys are pretty much almost in the same boat as we are in terms of assets that y'all have available to you now. You know what I'm saying? Over the next couple of years, right? Aren't y'all maxed out this year and next year? On draft picks and stuff?
We traded away 3 top picks and got, you know, lesser picks in return.
All right, yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, but with what y'all gave up, how many picks do you actually have this year? 11? I think it's 11 at the latest. You had 11 picks for this draft.
But there's only 3 in the top 100. All of them are late round. I mean, it's like 2/5, and then everything else is 6th and 7th round. So,
Mama, raise the Hellraiser. What up, Jack? Hey, brother, man.
Come on, man.
You gotta click my channel, Jack, and hit the other live stream. There's 2 live streams going on right now. You need to click on the other live stream, Jack. It's the one with 2 players, not 4.
There he is. There he is.
there you go.
I'll be damn. You ain't getting that 3rd ring.
Hey, yes, we got to. We got to get that 3rd ring, man. Yeah, it's going to happen this year.
Man, you know damn well it ain't happening.
You guys got to deal, this core group of guys on our team, you guys have to deal with them for the next 2 to 3 years. And the thing about it is that.
Yes, sir, Jack. You got it, brother. You there where you need to be.
That we haven't drafted. So it's, you know, like from a turnover perspective, we're in a good spot. You know, we got 2 good corners. You know, our secondary is Youngry. You know,
is Youngry a good thing?
Say that again.
I said, is Youngry a good thing?
Yeah, I mean,
young and hungry.
One of them got a pick six in the Bowl on his 22nd birthday.
You are.
No, yeah. I mean, I like Mitchell, but I don't see y'all repeating.
True Eagles fan. Yeah, you just bragged about people who are not on the team yet.
Yes, yeah. but no, listen. I said y'all in the same boat as us. Meaning you guys have a lot of draft picks too. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it. So it's not like you don't have the resources to put more guys. Now here's the thing, who are those guys? We don't know yet. But the fact of the matter is that you're in a good spot. We got a lot of draft picks to replace. You know what I'm saying? Now, for us, you know what I'm saying, we have a really solid core group of guys that we're in a position where we can pick for best player available rather than for need. You know what I'm saying? And then, and we were lucky, we were blessed enough to have a lot of guys who were contributors on their rookie contracts. You know what I'm saying? So when remember, we've been in this position before. Remember the last time we went to the Super Bowl? That tax was heavy on us too.
Does anybody in that room agree?
I know it's difficult, Mark, to hear all these good things and this stuff makes sense. But I'm just saying, come on, man. You gotta give props for props are due.
Give the Cowboys fan.
I thought the props had already been given.
Wait a minute, hold on. What?
Already gave you your call. You won your Super Bowl. Now you're already talking about getting your second Super Bowl in a row. Come on.
What up? Give me a raised toilet. What do? You changed your name.
Look at the evidence that I'm using.
What up, Pebble? What's good? Pebble, if you go on my channel and you click on the other live stream, you'll get the full version of this content. This is a transition stream. If you look, what you're listening to right now, you'll also see. This is a transition stream, so make sure you go to my channel and click the other live stream that has 2 players on the thumbnail, not 4.
With the same amount of
and that's where you'll find the stream.
No, I'm talking about going into the next season.
I'm talking about 85 Bears. I bet it's another NFC Championship game, and they got their ass beat.
Did they win back-to-back Super Bowls?
Nope.
No, they were definitely stacked.
I'm just checking. 15-1. How many teams have gone back-to-back that are Dallas Cowboys?
DD. I see you.
You have New England. You got
like I pointed out, we've had 5 teams in the last 20 years that have been to Super Bowls in the NFC East, and not a single one of them have repeated as division champions.
There you go, Pebble. There you go. That's the spot to be.
So,
appreciate you, brother. Hey, this stream, for some reason, it doesn't notify anybody unless you have your the bell turned on, that notification bell. So if you guys are here, make sure you turn on your notification bells so that way you can see every time we actually go live. Because a lot of times I'm live here, but you guys won't see it because for some reason YouTube doesn't put it in front of you. Hence why I'm doing a transition video on YouTube as well, to get people to transition over to the other stream so that way they catch every time we go live. But to do that, you need your notification bells turned on.
Your evidence is based on the fact that it seems like you don't think these other teams are.
Yeah, I see.
The other teams.
It's all right though, Didi.
It's not gonna be the same competition.
It looked like Jack was playing back with him. He's obviously just playing too.
Listen, I don't think that I'm not disillusioned by saying that. Of course, you got to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And you got to stay healthy, and you also got to look at the competition as well. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at the way guys are mixing and matching, moving from one team to another, there's a learning curve that folks are going to have
to go through.
Teams are going to have to go through. You guys got to learn a whole new system. You know what I'm saying? Which isn't easy to do.
If you look at, so here our guys are pretty much in the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially from a defensive standpoint. The only change that we have on the from a coaching standpoint is our offensive coordinator. The good news is that the guy that we do have is just like your guy.
And yeah, you're good, Nick. I'll talk with my moderator.
Terminology is going to stay the same, for the most part. Play call might be different.
There you go.
But
yeah.
Again,
there you go. No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
I'm not talking about just players, but also coaches too. Our coaching staff is dynamite. So
although they have a good team, y'all have a good team, but you winning back-to-back Super Bowls gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And I think if there's a team that can pull it off, the Philadelphia Eagles actually built they can pull it off. And all those other things.
What up, Carnage in the house?
Staying healthy, the whole 9 yards.
Hey, Carnage, click on the other live stream, brother. You on the transition stream, Carnage. You gotta go on the live stream.
Patting themselves on the back, i.e., Leo.
Sarah's still in here.
Shut up. Shut the hell up.
Until I get to the top of Shut Up Mountain.
I say we gotta remember that these football teams.
Okay.
These football teams are played by humans, and these humans aren't always going to be the same as they were last year. Things change.
Some of them get fat and happy, from one year to the next. You know what I'm saying?
We get caught up in football and talking about these teams like they're robots playing, but we got to remember, not everything's going to be the same as it was last year. People, humans change, things change. You never know what someone's dealing with, so anything could happen.
That's it. All right, good people. Let me say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I just can't listen to Leo anymore.
Oh, man, Mark, come on, man. I've been subtle. I've been cool. You know what I'm saying? I've been real cool.
Carnage, she's trying to be chill with you, brother.
For the last 2 hours.
Yeah, but I'm not lying. It's true.
And tomorrow and next year, same old thing again.
Off the lights, party's over.
Lord, that's hilarious.
I'm just trying to see my team win one Super Bowl, all right? Make it happen. Shit.
You're like that pretty girl that keeps going around and saying, I'm so pretty, I'm so beautiful, I'm so... Just shut up, bitch.
Yo, what up, Ryan? Hey, brother, you on the I agree, but you got to go back into my channel and click on the other live stream. The other live stream is where the main content is. You're on the transition stream.
You're the girl that's very attractive and won't shut her mouth, and the Cowboys are the 500-pound woman in the gym trying to get that like that, They're trying to get in shape.
Right. I got you, man. I got you.
We just got to remember at the end of the day, though, Nick, there's got to still be a respect line that gets carried. What up, James? I see you, brother. I see you. That's all done and over with now at this point, guys. That's all done and over with at this point now. Obviously, this stream here is coming to a close, so we'll
there you go.
Go ahead and do this for now.
You gotta go 8-9.
Close it.
See, that's
no, I don't think he'll be gone. I think after he go in the Super Bowl, they'll at least give him the benefit of the doubt for that.
Yeah, I think making it to a championship game would be immensely helpful.
See, that's the reason why Trevor ain't got the attention yet, because they know he's gonna put up somewhere.
No, we'll see.
They already know he gonna fuck up somewhere.
He's our age, Didi.
What he did last year,
Carnage is our age.
Ish. Know he gonna fuck
our age.
Like I said,
ish.
You know he gonna fuck up somewhere. I hope they play the Eagles week. I have nothing more than to play the Eagles week 1 and we just beat the living shit out of y'all.
That'd be awesome.
That might happen.
I'm rooting for it to happen.
Go ahead and make it a game. Go ahead and make the game in Philly too. Just so we can just ram
whole banner.
Yeah. Ryan, I don't know if you're still in here, but man, you got to click on the other live stream. If you're on this stream, you're on the transition stream. You go on my channel and you click onto the other live stream. It has 2 players on the thumbnail, not 4. If you click that thumbnail and go into that live stream, you'll get the full version of this content. The actual podcast channel is over right now, so we're going to be doing some other content, but we're still on the actual phone call with them.
I talked to my people. They actually came over last week, and we were talking, and I was telling them, I was like, yo, as a matter of fact, my boy is considering coming up. He's a serious Cowboys influencer.
Y'all are foolish. Y'all are foolish.
Well, this is just in the context of the conversation I was having with my man. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, he was like, really? I was like, yeah. I said, he's thinking about coming up. And I told him he'd come hang with us. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was like, yeah. He was like, we always have people from the Cowboys who come hang with us when we do the tailgate and all that stuff. So, you know, like I said, Mark, the coast is clear if you want to come up. You know what I'm saying? And tailgate. You know what I'm saying? Walker, you too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what up, Snowy? What it do, brother? Hey, man, this is the transition stream. If you go on my channel and you click the live stream that has 2 players in the thumbnail, not 4, you'll find the real stream. So just go to my channel and click the video that has 2 players on the thumbnail. And that's the live stream that we're in.
It is what it is. Right. Your mom doing okay?
This here is just for transition.
As good as can be. Okay. Well, just know I'm holding y'all up in prayer, man. And, you know, I told your wife to let you know.
What up, Jeff? Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you.
So you can scream it out with no judgment. Please don't. I'm at the point of pulling a Evander Holyfield on your ears and just biting it off. I'm not talking about that, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But really, though, bro.
What up, Blocks? What it do? Hey, you're on the transition video. If you go to my channel and click the other video, you'll be on the live stream that's the actual one. There you go, Snowy. That's the one, girl. That's the one. Hey, wicked. All right. So the podcast for the NFC East meeting is over. I've got a couple videos that I want to kind of react to as well on here. So we're going to stay live here for just a few more minutes. But yeah, this is a weekly thing. So if you haven't been here for a while, every Sunday I do a podcast with Mark Holmes. Well, it's his podcast. I'm just a member of his channel, and I'm able to join it and have conversation with him on that stream. So I will be screen sharing that stream onto here for you guys to also watch that as well. And then obviously we have our own things that we do throughout the week, every day pretty much, except for Wednesday. So if you guys are new here, we're live every day pretty much except Wednesday. Hold on one second. All right, just make sure it gets back in my backpack because I got work tomorrow and that's got to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Carnage is one of my. Hey, Carnage is one of the mods. DD's one of the mods. Wicked's up there, and then everybody else. I mean, the channel pretty much stays like this. We once the football season kicks off, we'll start getting a fuller version of this chat room, and hopefully we'll start getting that fuller version again once people start getting transitioned and have that notification bell turned on. Because if you don't have that notification bell turned on, you're not going to see when we go live. So you might miss the stream. And I'm just now recently starting to do these transition streams because I realized once I switched to using the platform to actually stream my videos on, I was not getting the majority of my community to see that I was live. Because as soon as I would go live on the actual channel itself from YouTube, the people showed back up, and I didn't realize that until about 2 months into using this Restream platform. So this is where we want to be, but you need to make sure you got your notification bells turned on. But yeah, That's what this is right now. That's why you have 2 videos that are live on my YouTube channel. It's because we have a transition video to help show people where they can actually go to watch this channel in its entirety, because I've just realized that we were missing a good majority of our community, and that's a main reason why we started to lose subs in our channel. As of yesterday, we started to gain them back. So obviously I found the reason why we've been having such a dip in our content lately. But yeah, hopefully everything will start getting back on the uptick. We'll be back good, and the channel will continue to get the people that come and enjoy hanging out and talking a little smack in the chat. Hence Carnage, and I guess now Nick. But yeah, this is the channel, man. If there's someone you don't really agree with in the channel, you don't have to conversate with them. There will be more people that come in that we can conversate. I appreciate you, Nick. Definitely big shout out. I appreciate that. Any newcomers are definitely welcome, especially if you're a football fan. We also do WWE on Mondays and Fridays, so if you're interested in wrestling as well, you will be able to have some intake on that. Only thing is, I found that with wrestling, I'm not able to bring over any of the clips. Only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I alter the imagery of the clip itself so that it doesn't trigger the algorithm for YouTube that has the copyright content claim. Because every video I've done so far for wrestling, new-wise on this channel, trying to show imagery of the live wrestling at all, even if it's a 10-second clip, they are striking the channel down. So this is what we'll do. It's just going to continue to get better from here. Hopefully everybody enjoys the journey with us in this growth process of this channel. So hopefully we get to see it maturate to what it should be. But I appreciate everybody that's a part of this community. We're going to go ahead and get into this. I believe I had a couple videos I wanted to react to. One is Michael Irvin over here. He is sending a message to Dak of heed the warning. He says, heed the warning. Now, I don't particularly, I have seen a piece of this, and I don't particularly agree with the reason he thinks that Dak needs to heed the warning, because to me, there's not a big statistical factor behind it, but I get the message. So we're going to go ahead and play this clip here. And again, it's owned by Michael Irvin. I don't own the content of this video. If you do want to watch it in its entirety, go over to his channel, Michael Irvin, that is, and watch it in its entirety. Yes, sir. There we go. There we go. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get this video brought up on the screen here for you guys so that we can watch this video here and check it out. I'm going to slide this over to here so it gets the bigger version. Bring my chat back up so I can watch it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much appreciation. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play this clip now. Oh, hold up. I need to get... Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put the music in it, or the audio in it. There we go. Whoa. Let me know. Do you guys hear an echo on this at all as I play this, or no?
Try not to pay attention to it. But listen, let me tell you what I...
Is there an echo there? I think there probably has to be, because I'm pretty sure you're hearing the audio. I don't know. Maybe there's not an echo. Let me know if you heard an echo when I played this audio.
No. The things are coming. The things are coming. Everybody's talking about the Joe Miller trade. I want to talk to you.
Is there an echo in that audio at all? Put a Y for yes or N for no. Yes, sir, Nick. Yes, sir. Hey, I mean, like I said, that's the only way I've been able to figure out where all my community has been. Because, man, as soon as I switched over to the other platform and started streaming from that form where I can do the good content, I noticed that I wasn't getting the viewers. What up, Austin? What it do? What it do? No echo? That's dope. All right. So then we don't need the earbud. But yeah, so that's why I have the transition video up, so that I can see when people come to the channel. That way I can tell them, hey, look, this is why you've not been able to see me the last 2 months. I've been live. You can go look at the channel. The videos are all there. but you just haven't been notified. So you got to turn on the notification bell. And if you're in this stream right here, this is a transition stream, guys. You need to go to the channel and click the other stream that is live right now. That's the stream that we are on, that you'll get the full version of the content that you're watching me from right here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this video. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play this content here. Here, Micah. There. There you go, bye-bye. All right.
You guys have
started over.
Office here. Whoa. Try not to pay attention, Chad. But listen, let me tell you what I said. The things are coming. The things coming. Everybody talking about the Joe Mills trade. I want to talk to you guys about that. And that's what I was just going crazy about. Because if you go back a couple weeks ago, when we were on speak, I said this. I said I want the Cowboys in the late rounds to go and draft me a young quarterback. And I want the quarterback to.
It's funny how he says this and how he comes through this. Like, I want the Cowboys, like they're going to listen to me, and I want them to go draft a quarterback in the late rounds. Now, he's saying that he's thought this after the Cowboys already announced that they were talking about possibly drafting a quarterback in later rounds to be a backup. So that thought had already been out for, I don't know, a couple of weeks now. That video had already surfaced, but that's just the way it is. He wants to kind of seemingly take some kind of credit for this thought, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? It's hard to understand how Michael Irvin, the playmaker, thinks. But, man, I still do love the man.
Ability to run. Now that we won a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, that is a running quarterback, this is valuable now to start working towards. And
didn't Steve Young win the Super Bowl as a running quarterback? Like, come on. Running quarterbacks are not a new thing. Like, I get it. Jalen Hurts is a different form of that, but that is what it is. Words, baby. Words. You use your words. What up? What up, Bentley? What it do, brother? But yeah, we'll get back into this clip.
I'll tell you something. This kid they got in Milton is a kid. I mean, he was tearing up the practice squad over there in New England. Everybody loved what he was doing, the kind of work he was putting in. And then I knew he played in Tennessee. I didn't know a whole bunch about him. So I started digging and learning. And let me tell you what I learned. We got a good one because I kind of figured this way. As I dug deeper to understand his genesis, so I could understand where he ultimately wants to go, I learned this dude was born March 6th. Of course, I was born March 5th. And this dude was born in Pewaukee, Florida. This is a March-born Florida. A March-born Florida boy.
See, so his reasoning for why Milton or why Dak needs to watch out for Milton is because he's a March-born Florida boy. Obviously, Michael Irvin is a March-born Florida boy as well. But to me, I don't know what kind of theory that is to why Dak should watch out. Like, I think he could have had some better points to come with. Like, this guy's got a cannon of an arm. He's very athletic and can throw the ball deep, Dak. You better watch out. Like, to me, that would have been a more legitimate reason for Dak to heed this warning, because otherwise, I think this warning goes kind of out there and just gets lost in the wind, because being a March-born Florida boy, as there's only playmaker to prove that that's a thing, I don't know what other evidence proves that that's actually a reason to draft or to pick up a player. I don't know that that's a legitimate reason for that. Hey, Carnage. Yeah, exactly. March-born Florida man. March-born Florida man, right? Right, Carnage? That kind of comes across the same way with the settlements that you just said. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that's the reason he used to give Dak this warning. But let's go ahead.
Oh no, we got stuff now. I know what kind of fight he got in him. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you. Dak looks great. He looks great. Everybody says he's there.
Dak's down about 30 pounds, so he's going to have less weight and pressure on the joints and muscle tissue that he has had injuries with previously. So that should help, and he is in his best physical shape that I've probably seen him in his career. Possibly even he might be in his best physical shape of his life. I don't know. But at least for the career, from what I can see in the workout videos, he looks to be in his best career form. So, to me, that's exciting, but we'll have to see how it goes. Click back into it.
He's fit. Hey. Don't give this kid a chance, Dak. Don't give this kid a chance. From Pahokee, Florida? Born March 6th? No. Don't give him a chance. You better stay healthy, stay ready, stay on the football field. Now remember, you making $60 million a year, $60 million a year. This kid only making $1.
And then there's the other not as valid point. This guy's this better player because he's making less money than you, but Dak. Then wouldn't that be every player in the NFL Dak has to watch out for at this point? Because isn't he the highest paid player in NFL history? So I don't know how that's really a factor either. But I do understand that there is probably a warning. Like, Dak, don't get hurt. I agree with this to an extent. I just don't agree with his reasoning behind it. But I do agree with the overall message. If Dak gets hurt, there's a good possibility that he could Dak like Dak did to Romo. He could not give the job back. It just depends. And I know the Cowboys Nation's going to go wild over it. They just ain't going to have it. They're going to eat it up, and they're going to throw it all back at Dak and throw it all back at the team. And you'll see it all over the internet where they'll be talking about, we need Joe Milton on the field. We need Joe Milton on the field. Yeti. Trade Dak. That's what we're going to hear. Knowing again, all and well, that Dak can only be traded if he himself lifts the no trade clause. So, with that being said, I don't see that being a thing that's going to happen. But, Dak, I also as well want you to stay healthy and stay in the best shape that you're in so that we can get the best version of you. Which to me is not throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game. I want him about 20, 25 times a game to throw the ball. And then I want to be run heavy. We ain't doing that yet, Carnage. You already know that.
If you give him a chance to get on the field, and he put that Mike Curve and Florida, Mark Bourne stuff out there. Get ugly. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling you. Wow. And did you hear what I said?
Did you hear what I said? This man is a March-born Florida boy. He's going to take your job. He's going to take your job. Because he's a March-born Florida boy. He's going to take your job. It don't matter what he has for skill, talent, mindset, athleticism. None of that matters. As long as he's a March-born Florida boy, you better watch out and not give him a chance to take your job, because you'll be out of a job. That's Michael Irvin logic right there for you. Continue with the point, Mike. Come on, playmaker.
Here is the most important thing I said all night. You sit here and focus on what I'm saying about me, and the reality is the most important thing I said all night is he was tearing up the practice squad in New England. Do you know how hard they practice?
How hard does New England practice, Mike? That to me is a legitimate question at this point. How hard do the Patriots practice in this current day and age. Bill Belichick has been gone. Tom Brady's been gone. The Patriots have been bad for a few years now. So how hard are they actually practicing, and how effective does that actually turn into him being some type of stud because of it? Hey, what up, Marcy? Marcia? Hey, if you click the channel, go back into the channel and click the other live stream. That way you'll be in where the full version of this content is actually at, and the audio you are listening to, you will get to visualize it as well. So you got to go into the channel, go back into the channel, click the other live stream. This is a transition live stream here because of reasons I've been explaining for the last 2 days now. But people aren't getting notified when I go live, so make sure the notification bell is on. That way you'll be able to know where we go live, and that you'll get the good version of the content. You'll get the audio and the video all together on one page instead of me just letting you listen to it. But this is a transition video, so if you go to the channel and click the other live stream that has 2 players on the thumbnail, you will then be in the proper stream. I see you. I see you. Thank you. Yes, sir. There you are, Marcia. There you go. You found the place to be. You in the place to be. Yes, yes, yes. I see you. I see you. All right, so we're going to finish this clip out here real quick. I'm going to go back about 10 seconds.
And all night, as he was tearing up the practice squad in New England, do you know how hard they practice?
No, I don't.
You know the kind of way
I really don't.
And you know what we need here is somebody to tear this ass up around.
I want the backups to get their ass tore up. I want a quarterback to get these backup players out here actually doing something. Yes, yeah, definitely. Peace and love. Appreciate you. 100%. Welcome in. Yes, sir, Carnage. Let them know. Let them know.
Out here to get them practices about. I'm telling y'all, that's the best thing I told y'all. 60 mil?
I would agree. It probably was the best thing he told us, since the only other thing he told us was that he was a March-born Florida boy. Other than that, he didn't tell us anything else. He told Dak to watch out because of him being a March-born Florida boy, but he didn't tell us any other thing other than that. So what he did just say was probably pretty factual. I don't think that he said anything else that was relevant, other than that he was tearing up New England's practice squad. So, again, I don't understand Michael Irvin's logic, and I don't know that I can. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There will be, and to back up what Carnage is saying, we have memberships available now as well, and we will be doing member-only videos as well. There will be a series of member-only videos that I do, so that the members have a version of content that they do get since they are paying. So I want to try to help bring more to them that I can. But yeah, give me 1 second. Let me go fill this bottle for the 3-year-old, and I will be right back on stream.
Stop.
Oh, Michael. Apple juice. Apple juice. Micah. Apple juice. You know you got apple juice in the juicy cup over there. You got a juice box on my desk with apple juice. You know that, right? Yeah. As long as you don't squeeze it all over yourself. Well, actually, it's on the table over. No, yours is right there. Here. Look, see? You got apple juice right there. Just don't squeeze it. Just squirt it all over yourself. All right. We're back. We're back. Like Kobe and Shaq for the 3rd or 4th time this year. This is the year. If you got nothing out of that, you better get a good realtor and sell his mansion. I hear you. I hear you. Hey, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see. we got a lot of question marks going into this season, and hopefully we get some of them answered in the draft and then throughout the rest of free agency.
For one player, and one player make $1 million, you make $60 a year, he makes $1 million a year. Yeah. Don't let the Florida boy get on the field.
It's worked itself out.
Don't
Be
do
all
it.
right.
Don't do it. Well, I couldn't imagine them turning over the Dallas Cowboys.
Yo, you good?
To a big
All right.
I almost said so. A dude from Florida.
Wild child. Awesome teddy bear. Come on. What? Dude, words, please. Use your words, please. What do you want? What do you need? It's a t-shirt. I bet everybody on the screen would tell you it looks all. All right. Now you got your shirt on. No, I don't want it plugged in. But I had it folded up so that I wouldn't run it over. Can you please just not mess with my stuff? All right, guys, we're back. How to put a star in your title like you did. Copy and paste. Copy and paste, brother. That's how I do it, DK. Copy and paste. All right. So we'll go ahead and close this one out. And it says, after Genty, my second favorite running back is Quinshawn Jenkins, who posted a 9.88 relatively athletic score in the combine that included a 4.44, 11-foot broad jump, 6 foot, 221, 20 pounds bigger than Ohio State teammate Henderson. I think this is good. Other than in this clip here, if you watch, I will say Quinshawn Jenkins does look a little bit slow when he's running off that big run. If you go back and actually watch here, you can tell the defensive backs catch up to him pretty quick. He's still got what I would have considered a touchdown, but they did catch him. I think if he stops looking back, he'll be able to stay running a lot faster. I think he got caught because he kept looking back. If you ask Eric Dickerson, when that man ran the ball, he never looked back. If you ask Emmitt Smith, when that man ran the ball, he was never looking back. You either caught him or you didn't, but he wasn't looking back to see if you were there. He was trying to get to the end zone. So that whole looking back at the play, no, don't do that. Keep running ahead, because every time you're looking back, your momentum slows down. Therefore, the defense is able to catch you. So that's the only critique I have about this video here itself. Other than that, phenomenal player. Phenomenal player. But yeah, had he not been looking back and trying to see the defenders, he would have easily have scored a touchdown. All right, you're making a mess on my table with this. Your juice is right here. All right, yeah, well, stop. Drink this juice. Stop drinking the other one where you're spilling it. All right. Damn. But yeah, I copy and paste, DK. That's how I put the stars on there. It's from my phone though. It's not from. So if you go, DK, if you go into the description of the video, the stars are in there as well. You should be able to copy and paste them out of that form. But you're a Raiders fan. Why would you want the star?
Jenkins slips a tackle. Winston Jenkins.
That is a solid stiff arm. And I like that he actually puts himself first into the actual the hits too. He's a bruiser. Hell yeah. What up, Jedi Mind? Hey, Jedi Mind, click in my channel. Go to in my channel, leave this stream, go in my channel and click the other stream that has a Dak and Joe Milton on the thumbnail. Or my bad, Micah and Joe Milton on the thumbnail. That's where you will get to see the video that I'm reacting to. And that's where everybody else is. If you guys look, if you go into my channel and click the alternate video that's live, this is what you'll get. You'll get the full version of this video. This is just a transition video. This here is a transition video to try to get my community to reenact back with my videos, because I've noticed that a lot of you have been missing. And I've been trying to tap in with you guys to make sure that you guys are able to see this anytime that you're available to see it. Because I, of course, appreciate you guys. I'm trying to give you the best content. I just want to make sure that you guys are getting notified when I do go live, because I still go live all the time. Why did the New England Patriots get rid of a perfect? I think that once they got Josh Dobbs, that they kind of figured that they had him. And then Mike Vrabel isn't the guy that drafted Joe Milton. So there could be a disconnect there as well. And I think Joe Milton kind of made them mad last year when he won that game against Buffalo. I don't think he was supposed to win it. He made an interview because the fans were bashing him, so he actually made an interview. Hold on, we'll look this up real quick. See if I can pull it up. What up, Kid Cowboy? Kid Cowboy, you're on the wrong stream. You're on the transition stream, brother. You need to go back in the channel. There you go, Jedi. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And like I was saying, he's got to stop looking back at the backfield when he's running the ball. That drags your momentum down. When you keep looking backwards, you're losing the momentum of going forwards a little bit every time he did that. And he kept if you go look at this video, he kept looking back. He couldn't stop. Watch. Look back. Look back. Look back. Look back. Look back. Look back. Like, how many times did he need to look back? Every time he does that, he's losing momentum. The majority of the momentum that he probably lost could have got him a touchdown instead of to the 5-yard line. My opinion. I'm not no expert, but I'm thinking that that's a pretty factual opinion that I think someone needs to tell him, man. Stop looking in the backfield when you're running the ball. Who cares who's coming? You got a place that you're going. Keep your eyes where you're trying to go. Keep your eyes upfield where you're trying to go, on that end zone. Read and react to what's in front of you, but your eyes need to be focused on what's behind them, and that's in the end zone. Other than that, yeah, I like Jenkins. I think he's a hell of a player. It sounds like Jets head coach Aaron Glenn wants to shift to a running back committee pair. Lemony's notes that the Jets may be open to trading Breece Hall if Ashton Genty is available at the 7th overall pick. Ooh! Breece Hall. Is he better? I don't know. Is he better? You guys think Breece Hall is better than Omari and Hampton? Or I would say better than... Words, please. Words. Yes, talk to me. Man, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. I'm going to have to get my notebook out. There's another running back that I have above Omari Hampton. Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson. Would you take Breece Hall over Caleb Johnson or Omarion Hampton, because obviously they're going to take Genty and get rid of him. But if they're willing to do that, would Priest Hall be better than the running backs we would be receiving in the draft? I don't know if that would be a valuable. I don't know if that would be a valuable trade for the Cowboys. I think I would rather have Omarion Hampton, or I think I would rather have Caleb Johnson, especially with a clean bill of health.
Where's the black charger?
Here. But the white one's right here, so I don't know why it matters. They're both. No, it don't. No, it don't.
Go slower?
It's the same.
Go slower then.
You say Hall plays on a garbage team. I agree. The Jets were trash. But what I'm saying is if we, the Cowboys, happen to make that trade and bring that running back in, instead of drafting like an Omarion Hampton or a Caleb Johnson, would he be better than either of those two? I'm kind of on the boat saying no. I think I would rather have Caleb Johnson or Omarion Hampton over Breece Hall. Not that I even think the Cowboys would even entertain looking into that trade. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But it's just one I see here. It says the Patriots are trading Joe Milton, a 7th-round pick, to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 5th-round pick, 40 pick number difference, or 46 numbers different. Milton drew interest from multiple teams, but he ended up with the Cowboys. He actually picked the Cowboys. Other teams as well have also given Joe Milton offers, and he picked the Cowboys because his mom was a Cowboy fan. It was a lifelong dream of his to be in Dallas, and it just made sense to him. It wasn't even the best offer that he received. The Cowboys didn't even offer him the most amount of money. They offered a deal that he was more interested in. What up, Nathan? You're in the transition stream, Nathan. Y'all think still drafted Q? Man, that's old news. Old news. They showing Zeke Elliott's face. All right. So we're gonna pull up this video of Joe Milton explaining something. What?
For 2 hours.
How was I supposed to know?
There's poop in it. There's poop in it. The diaper's been off.
He has a diaper on.
Yeah, but that one's on. It's been on. Also, trying to sell it.
It was something that someone changed and didn't throw away, I guess.
Oh my God. Micah, Danny.
Why wouldn't you have told me sooner?
Micah, it's okay if I take
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I guess my 3-year-old leaving some mess around. But yeah. All right. So I'm pretty sure. Is this the clip I saw it in? No, that's not the clip. I'm trying to find it because I know it's out there. I've seen it. Man, somebody traded for Joe. Let me see what that is. I know that's not the clip.
It's coming back, but what a highlight play. What a job from Milton. Fires a late.
I love seeing that even though he's a very athletic quarterback, he keeps his eyes down the field. He's still looking for a pass. He's not trying to run the ball when he easily could have.
As the rest is history, Milton running for his life, all kinds of flags, all kinds of activity.
And he throws that ball with authority. Like, that was a dart. You see how he threw? Like, that was a dart, yo. I didn't go back far enough. What's that throw? It's a dart.
It's coming back, but what a highlight.
That was humming. That was humming.
As the rest is history, Milton running for
Like, that ball was thrown with aggression. That thing was thrown with aggression. All right. Trying to figure that video out. I know it exists because I've seen it. I just don't know who posted it. This is a video showing his arm. This is an old video. He does throw some darts. I'm not doing that.
Ball.
Now, on that one, I will say his receiver kind of gave him some help. He made that thing look good for sure. I agree, kid. Brees Hall is a dog. Hey, you guys are in, Kid and Nathan. You guys are in the transition stream. You need to go on the channel and go on the other live. He is throwing some dots. I will say his receivers are kind of helping him a little bit. They're making some pretty good catches too. But what you see is it does look good. Here's another clip. This is when he throws the ball 70 yards into the end zone, like over 70. It was like 80 yards. Dude threw that ball out of the stadium, bro. Dude just threw that ball damn near out of the stadium. Ah, Lordy. I wouldn't say all that, but he's a Cowboy now. He's behind Dak Prescott on the list. He ain't the best player in the world. He's only played one game in the NFL. But he's young and has a ton of talent.
And his throwing is very good.
He can throw the ball very far, for sure. I'm trying to find that clip. Here's his post video after beating Buffalo.
Joe, so this
at the end of the
NFL thing is
season.
pretty easy, huh?
I wouldn't say easy, but it is fun for sure.
All right, this is your first week actually getting.
Hey, if you guys are on here, you're on the transition stream. You need to go back to my page and hit the other live stream.
Reps. First time playing NFL snaps. What do you think you showed the league today?
That I can do it. I think I showed myself that, I'm capable of doing this. If coaches are around, they feel like I did a good job, then
Depends on how much they want. I don't even see that over here.
I feel like I also need things to work on. For my first time out here, it was fun.
How about this Patriots team? You've got a lot of fans clamoring for a #1 draft pick, and you refuse to give up the fight. What does that say?
Just if you look too far in the future, you're not going to get where you want to go as a team, as a person, as a whole, or as an individual.
You should be able to go to the channel. Just click on like my thumbnail on this live and go to the channel, and it should be there's 2 live streams. It's the one with 2 players on it, Micah and Joe Milton. What up, Steelers? I know, right, Nathan? But you guys go over to the other live stream. That's where everybody is.
So it's like,
and you'll be able to see the audio, see the visuals to this audio.
You have to keep going. Only thing was on our mind this.
I can't play too much of this video because I know that they're gonna try to
this game meant a lot to us because it's the next one. It's the next opportunity, so we was looking forward to that. Not a draft pick.
Even though it's only a minute long video.
Congratulations. Bye.
All right, so I want to see the clip. What was he on? Trying to find it, guys. This video keeps popping up, but I don't see it at all in the timeline. This might be it. But no, that's not it. This might. Mattydubs might have did it. I'm trying to figure out whose video I saw it on. No, it wasn't Mattydubs.
Video of it. Look for it. Manning Passing Academy a couple of years ago in Thibodeau, he threw it out. He threw it basically 80 yards into a bucket in the far end zone. I don't think he actually hit the bucket, but you get my point. The problem at Tennessee was University of Tennessee, where he played quarterback.
And yeah, they were talking about trading.
Hooker then took over when Hooker got drafted. Hooker by the Lions he's not accurate. We had him at the Senior Bowl a year ago, and remember Contra back in the day when you had the spray gun?
I thought
it was really effective.
No, they don't play it either. Come on, where is it? I ain't playing none of the facility because I know they'll strike my shit down. I guess I can't find it. Was it on AOC's channel? Yeah, I don't know what channel it's on. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to be able to find that. All right. Well, we'll find something else then. Sorry about that. Took a little bit of time out of there for that, but we'll react to Cowboys.
Like
this is shout outs to Rome with Cowboys Fan Talk. This is his channel. If you guys like this content, make sure you go check out his channel. I'm going to go ahead and react to this clip real quick. He's got Dallas Cowboys 3-round mock draft that would change everything. First 3 rounds are super important. So yeah, again, this is owned by Rome, and he's also a Cowboy content creator. So if you do like this content, go check him out. CFT, Cowboys Fan Talk, is the channel name. I'm going to go ahead and get into it.
I don't care what happens next. You can auto draft. About the draft and what's the most important thing that needs to happen for the Cowboys to have a successful draft? More importantly, for the Cowboys to have a successful offseason. Because if I wanted to rank the Cowboys offseason right now or give it a letter grade, y'all be surprised. I'm only probably giving it a C. I've toggled between other grades, but seriously, it was probably a C until we got Milton the third for the Patriots. Then I gave it a C+. And I know you're like, that ain't no big change. It is. Because a C+ is a passing grade. It's way better. Last year I would have given it probably an F. Just giving Kendricks was an F. This year I'm giving it a C+ right now. The draft contingent upon if we can get our way to an A. That's if we knock the draft out of the park. If we have a mediocre to okay draft, I could probably give us a B. I can shift it to a B. Not a B+, but a B. We have a better than decent draft, B+. If we knock this draft out of the park and get some game-changing players in the first 3 rounds, then I'll give it an A. I don't think A+ is in. A+ is if we add some dope free agents after the fact. A is kind of a long shot. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is this. The first 3 rounds are super important. We've been having a horrible first 3 rounds the last couple of years. Horrible. I'll put it up on the screen. Horrible. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Tyler Guyton or Mozzie Smith, but seriously, since Tyler Smith, nothing has been like game-changing. And even when we took that, it was like, because you got a couple the first round with the second round. And when we had second rounds like Boss Man, Fat, Little Schoolmaker, and then Marshawn Neal and I'll give a slight pass, but still, nothing jaw-dropping, nothing game-changing, a whole bunch of slow roasted,
I like
slow
that he's
cooked.
got the reel here of previous drafts. I'm gonna go back where it started at and play it from there.
Trying to hate on Tyler Guyton or Mozzie Smith.
So yeah, we could see all the draft picks over the last couple of years. Here's my favorite player, guys, the Marvion Overshawn. I'm really hoping that he can stay healthy for us this year. That's going to be a big factor in our defense.
This Tyler Smith, nothing has been like game changing, and even when we took that, it was like, because you got a couple the first round with the second round. And when we had second round,
the last couple of years, Cowboys have had some questionable picks. That's for sure. In the first and second round.
Rounds like Boss Man, Fat, Little Schoolmaker, and then Marshawn Neal and I'll give a slight pass, but still, nothing jaw-dropping, nothing game-changing, a whole bunch of slow-roasted, slow-cooked, hopefully it turns into something players. We need a spark. We need a game-changing draft. First 3 picks are pivotal, not only for additions to the team, but just fan base morale. We need something that's going to get us excited.
We need a weapon that's going to come out on the Cowboys and be effective, and they're going to be an impact player day one, starting off the jump with the Cowboys.
We do. It's been bad. Jerry Jones story after Stevie Jones story after Michael Parsons contract after Dak contract, CD contract beef, losing the playoffs, multiple injuries. It's been a rough go for almost 2 years now. That's crazy. Since the Packers game all the way through this offseason, we've had nothing that just makes us be like, that's the move. This draft can provide that. We have had nothing that was like, that's the move.
I agree. This draft is full of talent. Wide receiver, running back, cornerback, defensive tackle. There is a buttload of talent in this draft that we can easily find some very valuable picks. I just hope we don't overvalue some player that we should be undervaluing a little bit. But yeah, we will do another mock draft on Tuesday. Tuesday's live stream, guys. Monday will be WWE at 8 o'clock p.m. So 8 o'clock p.m. we will be live Monday, tomorrow, for WWE. We also still talk football during WWE live stream. But for sure, make sure you come tomorrow. And then Tuesday, we'll be doing mock drafts on the Royals Talks Cowboys show. So make sure you guys stay tuned with us and have that notification bell turned on so that you guys get notified these upcoming days as I'm coming live. Because like I've been saying, we go live almost every day. And Wednesday's the only exception. And sometimes I still throw a video out there on Wednesdays. I also do gaming on my alternate channel where I do gameplay with Fortnite. So there's that as well. That sometimes you'll see links for that in the community chat of this channel. But I'm going to go ahead and get back into this video now. But the main thing was we'll be doing mock drafts on Tuesday. So make sure you guys are here for Tuesday. We'll be doing mock drafts. After I get out of work, I'll come home. We'll be doing a couple mock drafts. And that'll be the video for Royal Talks Cowboys on Tuesday.
Years. So I was thinking, I was like, perfect 3-man mock draft. You know, I'm going to look, it's my draft season. We got what?
But you guys over here, anybody that's over here, you guys are on the transition video. If you go back to my channel and click on the other live stream, you will get the visuals to the audio we are listening to. You will be able to hear and see what I'm reacting to.
19 days until 18, 19 days until the NFL draft, 24th. So I'm like, we need these first 3 picks to hit. And I was like, well, what in my mind?
And I think it's almost going to be hard for us to miss. Like, there's so much depth in this draft, and with the needs that we need, if we get running back, cornerback, and wide receiver, I don't think we can miss. It's really just about where we pick them. I almost feel like Luther Burden, like I was saying at the start of the offseason, I almost feel like Luther Burden is going to probably be the Cowboys pick. A lot of people are on Ted McMillan. I started the offseason with Luther Burden being the guy that I was calling for. And I think that now people are slowly coming around to Luther Burden. I think overall, he is a better overall receiver than Ted McMillan, but I think Ted McMillan has a little more flash than he does. But if you want a receiver that can do it all, I think Luther Burden's the one. And I think people are sleeping on him a little bit. I think he's a little underrated right now, and I think people are slow to react to him because of the combine putting other people's shine out there a little brighter than his. But don't let that discredit who Luther Burden is. That boy can play football, and he's one hell of a wide receiver, so I would not be disappointed if the Cowboys picked him. But a lot of people are mocking that it's going to be Ted McMillan, because a lot of people on a lot of people's boards, Ted McMillan for some reason has a higher draft compensation.
What would be the perfect 3 picks? Now, of course, I can do something like say, well, if we get Abdul Carter, and then we go.
We always know we're not going to get Abdul Carter, and we are not going to get. We're not going to get Abdul Carter, and we're not going to get Ashton Gentry. There's almost no manner that I see either of those players falling to the 12th pick, nor do I see either of those players having the Cowboys actually trade up and spend the amount of equity that they spend. You know what? Huh? I don't know what that is. You have to go ask Witten, because I don't know what that is. But yeah, I don't think the Cowboys will spend the equity it'll take to move up in the draft to get Gentry or Abdul. I don't know what that is. Head chat. What is he talking about, Witten? Hedgehog? Sonic? What are you watching, Witten? What's the name of it?
The name of his channel.
Is that what you want to watch?
The name of his channel is Brent TV.
Brent TV?
Yeah, but it's capital T.
Okay.
A capital T and a capital TV.
There you go. There's his channel. Go pick a video and watch it. All right. Sorry about that. Well, what are you trying to do, Bebe? I don't know what you're asking for. What is that? Do you have a character of them?
Yeah.
And go get it and show me who you're talking about. Go get the character and show me who you're talking about, and I'll type it in. Go get me the little toy character, and I'll type it in. Sorry, guys. Welcome back, Dylan. Appreciate you. All right, so we're going to play some more of this clip.
Go get Omarion Hampton. Yeah, of course, that would be amazingly perfect.
I would love to have Omarion Hampton as our running back. I think we need to move back in the draft. And then to do that, you have to find a trade partner that will move up in the draft. So Minecraft?
Yeah.
Well, then go get me. Oh, I can type in Minecraft. I don't know who what name of the character is this, Witten?
Huh?
What character is this in Minecraft? You know?
What character is this in Minecraft?
On his green box that he got in his Happy Meal. Who is that character? Right here.
Let me see it. Oh, that's a llama.
The llama?
Yeah, llama.
That's all it's called?
Yeah, it's called a llama. It's a llama.
All right, so I'll do Minecraft llama.
Get caught.
There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
realistic first 3 picks. Of course, I would love to get Abdul Carter. Like, come on, y'all. So let's not do that. Ashton Genty, yes, I want that. But he's multiple teams above us want Genty. So it's just not happening. So then you start thinking about, okay, what could happen? At least sounds logical. You know, because it's hypothetical season, still hope season. I'm going to put on the screen what I would want. And let's talk through it. I'm not even going to draw it out. Boom. I would take Ted McMillan.
All right. So hold up. Let me go back. This is the list of players that he is interested in taking in the top 3 drafts. He wants defensive interior Alfred Collins with the 76th pick. He wants 44 to be running back from Ohio State, Quinshon Judkins, who we just watched a video of. And then at pick 12, he wants wide receiver from Arizona, Teteroa McMillan, Tet McMillan. Like I said, this is the guy that everybody is mocking to the Cowboys right now. Everybody is mocking Tet McMillan. I say do not sleep on Luther Burden. I believe there's something about that boy that has a different appetite to the teams. I think the teams are looking at Tet McMillan and Luther Burden differently than mainstream media or the general public that has a public persuasion of their mind thoughts that are set by the mainstream media. So don't be fooled or surprised if the Cowboys turn around and they pick Luther Burden. Because like I said, I think the teams are viewing that player differently than most mainstream media personalities are.
Judkins round 2,
and the people that listen to those channels are also going to be persuaded slightly by that. So that could have an impact. I'm not saying that's the case with Rome. I know Rome is a very independent thinker. I know that he has his own thought process. That I'm not saying that's why he picked him, but I'm saying that's why a lot of people are picking him.
Some people say that's too early for Judkins. I understand. If you really, really hate the Judkins.
And the only reason I would assume the only reason why he has Judkins at 44 is because Omarion Hampton's probably going to go in the 20s. Some people say in the 30s. I think he'll go in the 20s. I think if the Cowboys don't get a running back in the first round, I think that they are not going to get the caliber of running back of Genty or Omarion Hampton. Now, obviously, Genty is a step above Omarion, but Omarion and Johnson, those two are right here. Like, everybody else is a step back, and like to me, a second or third round draft day. But I do think that you could value Omarion Hampton in the later end of the first round.
Judkins pick, you can do Caleb Johnson. I don't think
I'm not sure that Caleb Johnson is going to be available at the 44th pick either. I think that you miss out. I think that Caleb Johnson and Omarion Hampton are both going to go between the 20s and 30s. I don't think either of them will be available at the 44 position.
Omarion Hampton will be there. Caleb Johnson, maybe even R.J. Harvey or somebody like that. But you can't wait till round 3 because you're playing with fire.
Hey.
Get to round 3 and step back you don't like. Now you're starting to pushing to round 5 for tooting, and you're reaching. You have to be assertive in getting your running back this year.
Absolutely.
You have to. So round 2, you have to go get the back you want. Whoever's left, you have to go get them. I don't care if the value don't hit right for you. You go get them. And then
see, but at that point, if you don't care that the value don't hit right, with the way you see people drafting right now, the mock drafts that are coming up, do you risk it and think that you can get Luther Burden at the second round pick? Do you think you might be able to get? I don't know that he'll be there. I think Luther Burden is probably the 12th or 10th or 13th best player in the draft. Honestly, Omarion Hampton's probably right there near him. So I think that they might both be gone in the first round. I don't know that you'll be able to gamble and hope that a receiver falls to you. I think that they're probably going to be gone. You'll have somebody like Jalen Ryals or there's another couple guys. I can't think of their name off the top of my head, but there are some guys that will be available, but they're not even close to the ranking. I mean, you got to think there's only probably 12, maybe 15 first-round graded players in this draft. So after pick 15, everybody's going to have a second-round grade. Everybody's going to have a second-round grade. And I'm almost assuming that some teams probably don't have but 10 or 12 first-round draft picks in this draft class. So after that, I'm sure some teams are looking at second-round grades from probably even 12 on. So this draft is going to be wild because there is a huge amount of talent in this draft, but there's a dip in it from those first-round grades to those second-round grades.
You get to round 3 and you start saying, well, what would be the most impactful player? It came down to defensive tackle or corner for me. Alfred Collins was the one I went with.
I probably would have went corner. With the need we have at corner right now, I think defensive interior. And I'm listening to what Brian Schottenheimer's saying. Brian Schottenheimer says he wants to build it from the outside. Those are the guys that get singled up, single coverage. So if he wants the guys that get single coverage to be where he says that they impact the play the most, he wants to build from there in and not inside out. I think that he may be looking more at an edge or a cornerback more so than an interior defensive player. That's just my opinion based on what we heard from Brian Schottenheimer.
I was thinking Shamar Turner because I had a draft, now I'll show you in a second, where Shamar Turner was there, and I took him. I got him first. But I was like, I need Alfred Collins in my mind. I feel like Alfred Collins is the way to go. And PFF was not my friend.
I don't know if he has seen this video from Brian Schottenheimer, where Brian Schottenheimer actually says that he's going to build from the outside in, from the guys that get single coverage in, and not build from the inside out. I don't know if he has seen that or not, because if he has, it may persuade his opinion on who he would pick in the 3rd round. Because to me, that would make me want to pick a wide cornerback or an edge at that point. So I don't know, but it's still a good pick. Alfred Collins. I'm a Texas Longhorn fan, so Alfred Collins is a hell of a player. But yeah, I would rather have Mason Graham, but we know we ain't getting that.
Literally had to do mock after mock after mock to get Collins to be there, which makes me feel like Collins won't be there. I know somebody in the comments is going to tell me, Collins won't be there. I know. But for the purposes of this exercise, I wanted to say, what would it perfectly probably look like? Now,
honestly, and in this draft, I don't think that there is a perfect because of the depth at this draft class. What up, Hoosier? What it do? What it do? Hey, I hear you, brother. Hey, Hoosier, if you go back onto my channel and you click on the other live stream, you'll get to see the visual to this audio. That's where we are live. Make sure you have your notification bell turned on for the channel, because I know you've been missing my live because you haven't been getting notified or seeing me live. But I've been live. I promise you that. So go to my page, click on the other live stream, and then make sure you hit that notification bell.
Conceptually, get rid of the players. Think about the positions. What would be the perfect 3 rounds for me? Receiver, running back, DT, corner. Those are the positions I've come to realization. In the first 3 rounds, we got to get a combination.
Now, I will agree. Defensive interior is a need position. It is a place that we do need, but I do think that we could probably get some other players in later rounds with the depth of that class.
Those 3. However you want to do it. Receiver, running back, DT, corner. It don't have to be in that order. But however you do it, the best players in those positions, in those 3 rounds, on the board, make it happen. Now, let you see another mock draft real quick.
But at the same time, as everybody that does mock drafts, his best player available might not be the same player that I have as the best player available. But hopefully that's why there's multiple people in the war room, so that they can go through and have that debate, and then the majority can say, all right, well, if the majority is saying it, then that's where it probably should go, and that's how I would go through on picking my players. A lot of conversations between coaches and scouts.
I wanted to see how it would look if the number combination came up. And let me know if you like this one more than the other one. Because this one is Ted McMillan. Yes, you're going to see the thing with Ted McMillan first.
Like I said, a lot of people are putting Ted McMillan at 12 to the Cowboys. Do not be surprised if Luther Burden is the pick.
I think that's my consensus.
What up, Terry? What it do, brother? Hey, man, make sure you click on my channel and go to the other live stream. That's where the content is, where you can see the visual to this audio. And please hit the notification bell as you subscribe in. Thank you, and I appreciate your time. This is a transition video to get you people to realize that we are been live, that people have just been missing out on me because they ain't got notification bells turned on. But we are here. We are over here. We got the video and the audio going. So make sure you tune into that as there's 2 live streams on my channel. Just click the other live stream that has 2 players on the thumbnail, not 4, and you'll be in the channel you'll be in the stream that has the visuals to the audio. All right, I'm gonna play the content.
Number 1 pick, if I had it my way. If I had it my way. If I had it.
What are you asking for? Yo-yo? I don't have a yo-yo. I don't know where his yo-yo is, if he has a yo-yo still.
My way. Got thrown away. The stupid people that are gonna come here. Ted's not going to be there. This is if I had it my way. I would take Ted. Then if I want
Ted will be there at 12. Ted McMillan will be there at 12, guys.
Right?
And honestly, if Jackson Dart happens to get picked up by, like, you know, the Saints or somebody, there'll even be another person that's available for us. Maybe a Tyler Warren, which puts another question mark up there. Do we go wide receiver or tight end? They're talking that tight end is like Gronk-ish. So they're saying he's in Gronk ways or got Gronk-like traits. So I don't know. But Ted McMillan will definitely be there by 12 because of the way the draft is going to fall. That's my guess. We'll be live for the draft, but we'll see how that plays out.
Corner. And then I would go R.J. Harvey, 3rd round, because I feel like R.J. Harvey would be there in the 3rd round. Or Jaden Blue, somebody like.
Yeah, see, I mean, I like Jaden Blue. He's also a Texas Longhorn player. I'm not as big on Harvey. I have him in my top 10 list. But I think that the drop-off, if you wait for day 3 to pick a running back, or, I mean, the 3rd round, I think then at that point you're going to get a different quality of running back. Now, from that point on, the quality of running back is going to stay consistent. So if you're going to wait till the 3rd, you can damn near wait till the 5th to get a running back. But I don't really want to do that because I really think we need to pick up 2 running backs, as I do not believe Miles Sanders will be on the 53-man roster. I just don't. I don't think there's anybody that could convince me otherwise. I do not believe Miles Sanders will be on the 53-man roster. And some people may have the debate, well, what if it's Williams that's not, Jadavion Williams that's not on the 53? Either one of those players, I think the Cowboys, even if it could be both of them. Both of those 2 players may not end up on the 53-man roster. But in my opinion, it's probably going to be Miles Sanders based on the salary and the income that he was paid.
Okay. So you got to pick.
That man's barely making $100,000. Miles Sanders is barely making $100,000. So I do not think. Well, that's the guarantees in his contract. That's what he's making. So with that being said, that's kind of like a training body camp rental price.
Get poisoned. Because by the 3rd round, it's an alarm, and everyone knows Cowboys need a running back. And then it gets dangerous. That's why I don't want to wait till the 3rd. It gets dangerous.
Yeah. Plus, I don't want to wait till the 3rd because I would really like to get 2 running backs, and I don't want them both being of that caliber. So I would like to get one of the star running backs, Caleb Johnson, Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty. If I can't get one of them, then I'm going to be a little upset, and I think Cowboys need to make a trade for a better running back. A la maybe Priest Hall. The Jets are looking for a trade for him. So what up? What up, OG? What it do? OG, you got to click into the channel and go on to the other live stream. Your dog went missing. Well, hopefully you guys find him. Where's the cookie? And go get it. Go get it. But, hold on. Come on. What cookie, dude? Where? This? Here. Don't fill it. All right. So yeah, I mean, go click on the channel and go into the other stream. That's where we're live from. This is the transition stream right here. There you go. There you go. OG, gotcha. Gotcha, brother. There we go. All right, I'm going to continue this audio and video.
They really do. Another one of the drafts I did, I told you I got Shamar.
OG, make sure you like and hit the notification bell, OG, because people ain't been seeing my live streams. So make sure you got the notifications turned on so that you see every time I go live, because we go live every day and we've been missing a lot of people. Hence the reason for me having this transition live stream up, so that I can show people, hey, you guys have been missing my live streams. I know you're still here. I know you ain't been getting notified, so please go turn the notification bell on. That way you get notified. You guys can continue to be a part of the streams and the community with us, because I miss having y'all over here. So make sure y'all do that, please.
Shamar Turner. Lastly, I'm going to show you another draft that I got that I was thinking, I got Ted McMillan and I got Junkins. What if I didn't go DT? What if I went Benjamin Morrison, cornerback out of Notre Dame?
Yeah,
or Ravel?
That's more of what I would be looking for. But again, I think Luther Burden might replace Ted McMillan. Don't be surprised.
Falls. I don't think he'll fall that.
I may die on that cross, but I think that's the way it's gonna go. I think we're probably gonna get Luther Burden.
Because I think that the injury stuff for Ravel on his knee has come back good. So I don't think Ravel will fall all the way to the third. But maybe you take him in the second and you get your running back in the third. I know I'm throwing out a bunch of combinations and people are like, yo, man, you're just throwing out hypotheticals for the sake of it. I'm really just trying to get you on the conceptual thought process of what I think will make.
And if you like this guy's content, make sure you go check out his channel. It's Cowboys Fan Talk. His name is Rome. He puts out some good videos. Just showing love over here to him. Hopefully he don't mind. Just trying to spread his word as well and react to his video.
This team better. That's pretty much it. The players are like hoop dreams and hopes. No, I'm not a psychic. These are players I think that if we got them would be perfect. It would change this team's trajectory. If we got, and you can sub out Ted McMillan, if we got a great receiver number 2, McMillan, Burden.
Well, see there, now the Burden name's coming around. See, don't be surprised if Luther Burden is the pick over Ted McMillan. Don't be surprised. Ted McMillan has the flash and has been put in mainstream media right now and has been put in everybody's head. But from what I'm grasping, I think the teams are actually higher on Luther Burden than they are Ted McMillan. So don't be surprised.
Golden, Abuka.
Now Golden's good. He's great talent, good route runner. But I feel like that the main thing that's got him even in that conversation is the speed. He is fast, so that could put him there. I just feel like overall the best receiver out of those 3 is Luther Burden.
Okay, conceptually think of that, right? And then the next round, you got a running back, corner, or DT. Somebody that's really dope. The next round, you got a corner or DT. Those 3 rounds, you have to hit. You have to hit. If you're possible in the second round, if you can trade back, because I think we can't move up 12. Trade back in the second round and pick up a 4 because you have an idea of some of the players you want. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. My point is, these first 3 rounds are super important.
And that was
super duper important. You can't play with it. It's literally the future of this team depends on this draft. We cannot have a 3rd draft in a row that's kind of like.
All right, so I'm going to end his clip there. I definitely agree with what he's saying. I think he's very close to being very accurate. I think I would be switching Luther Burden with Ted McMillan out based on how I view the wide receiver depth in this draft class. But yeah, so we're going to probably end this video here. Hopefully everybody had a good time. Make sure y'all have the like, subscribe, and notify. That way you know when I go live. We will be back live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will also be live on Tuesday for Royal Rawls Sports Talk. But tomorrow we'll be doing a WWE live stream, so make sure you tap in over there as well. We'll still be talking football. There will still be football talks going on. So make sure you tap in with us. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a blessed day, a blessed night. Stay great. Make it great on purpose. Treat everybody right because you never know what anybody's going through. But I'm Ryals, and we out. Peace.